Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon.
It's time for Kennett Indian Football. This broadcast presented by NEA Baptist, Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, and Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Radio and video sponsors include the City of Kennett, Peltz, McMullen, Edgington, and Morgan Law Firm. Kennett City Light Gas and Water, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Kennett Trust Bank, Duncan Sheet Metal, Harris Pharmacy, Glen Sane Motors, Dubs Clothing, the Kennett Country Club, Dunklin County Presiding Commissioner Don Collins, Southern Bank, Pemiscot Dunklin Director Danny Glass, Patterson Auto Sales, District 150 State Representative Cameron Bunning Parker, Crow Reynolds Shetley and McVeigh Law Firm, the Kennett Schools, FM Bank, Kennett Bowling Lanes, Home Plate Bar and Grill, Let's Roll Paragould, Gardner Properties, Let's Eat Paragould, and by Gardner Construction. Radio sponsors include Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Zenith State Bank, Bullock Furniture, American Elite Realty, First State Community Bank, and by T.R. Baker Insurance. And now to the broadcast booth with Perry Jones, Daryl Wilcoxon, and Tad Jones for Kennett Indian Football.
And welcome to Metz Stadium. It's homecoming night for the Kennett Indians as they host the Kelly Hawks this evening. Weather is just about perfect for a high school football game as the sun sets behind us here. It's 80 degrees currently, and the press box just a little bit warmer than 80, but it's going to be a pleasant night. A lot of Kennett fans here for homecoming. We're going to have a lot of the homecoming festivities to bring to you this evening, and of course the football game as the Indians try to knock off the Kelly Hawks. We'll talk about the Hawks and this upcoming game when we return to Metz Stadium right after this.
Cameron Bunning Parker, your District 150 Missouri State Representative, is a supporter of high school academics and sports throughout the region. She takes this opportunity to salute all area teams. As your District 150 State Representative, Cameron Bunting Parker wants to hear your views and your concerns. She's proud to serve the people of Southeast Missouri at the state capitol as your voice in Jefferson City. Good luck to all area teams from Cameron Bunting Parker, your Missouri State Representative for District 150. Paid for by the committee to elect Cameron Bunting Parker, Philip A. Sante, Treasurer.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Hi, Kennett Indian fans. This is Stephanie Pierce with Dubs Clothing at 709 First Street in Kennett, Missouri. Here at Dubs, we value connection to our community by offering a variety of quality men's and children's clothing, accessories, and grooming products. You can also find accessories and gift items for the ladies. Nothing speaks connection to the community like Kennett Indian football. And here at Dubs Clothing, we are all in. Wishing all athletes and coaches a safe and successful season. Roll Tribe.
American Elite Realty, one of our great broadcast sponsors of Kennett Indian football. If you're looking to buy or sell property, you can see the pros at American Elite Realty. They have a proven track record for results. So if you're buying or selling a home, commercial property, or maybe farmland, American Elite Realty of Kennett is the only name to know. To find out more, go to their website, AmericanEliteRealty.com, a proud broadcast sponsor of Kennett Indian football. Well, Kelly comes into this matchup with the Kennett Indians with a record of 2-1 on the season. Kennett enters this homecoming game with a season record of 1 win and 2 losses. That 1 win coming in week 1 against Portageville. Now, this is the second meeting of these two teams. Last year, the Hawks won at Kelly 34-18. The Indians will look for revenge tonight to celebrate a homecoming victory here at Metz Stadium. The big crowd continues to roll in. The Kennett Indian marching band making their way around the track, and we get set for kickoff. Still just inside of 15 minutes away from kickoff here this evening. First State Community Bank, one of our great broadcast sponsors. Full service banking. They're there to help you meet your financial goals, whether it's your first savings account or a new business loan. They are here to help. Stop by and see them on Independence Avenue in Kennett. First State Community Bank, member FDIC, and a proud sponsor of Kennett Indian football. We'll look deeper into these two teams, Kelly and Kennett, when we return with our Countdown to Kickoff show right after this.
When it comes to building your dream home or updating the one you have, trust the experts at Gardner Construction in Kennett. From new construction to remodels, custom showers to beautiful floors, roofing, painting, electrical and siding, they do it all and they do it right. Big jobs or small, Gardner Construction has the skill and expertise to bring your vision to life. Call today, 573-752-1442. Gardner Construction, building quality you can count on.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance on the South Bypass in Kennett. School has started back. Maybe your child needs a brand new mattress set that he's outgrown. Football is kicking off, and we've got the recliners and the big screen TVs for you to sit and watch and enjoy the game. Come see us, Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri, a family furniture tradition for over 75 years.
It's always a home run when you visit the all-new Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. They have delicious food served up hot and fresh. Be sure to check out their daily lunch and dinner specials. Their catfish, the best around, plus chicken, shrimp, steaks, and their smash burgers will keep you coming back for more. They have 10 big screen TVs where you can catch all the big games. Be sure to like them on Facebook. Slide into home at the Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti.
Looking for a place to live or grow your business in Kennett? Gardner Properties offers clean, quality residential and commercial rentals with a full-time maintenance crew and monthly inspections to keep everything in top condition. They're known for building and buying to suit new and relocating businesses in the area. Every improvement they make reflects their commitment to keeping the town looking its best. Call 573-752-1442 or stop by 1012 St. Francis Street in Kennett to see what they can do for you.
Back at Metz Stadium, the Kennett Indian Marching Band makes their way out on the field. We're about to have our national anthem before we get this one underway. Welcome you to our broadcast. Homecoming night as the Indians play host to the Kelly Hawks. Big crowd on hand. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s, and you still have time to get here. Still about 12 minutes away from kickoff. So come on out to Metz Stadium and join in on all the action. Skeeter Hill Sporting Goods, they're one of our great broadcast sponsors, and they have been for years and years. Matter of fact, well over 60 years, they've been the name to know in the area when it comes to sporting goods. They've been supplying area teams and players for years with the best sports equipment and apparel. You need to see Roger or Chris or all the crew at Skeeter Hill Sporting Goods in Kennett. As we get set for our national anthem here, as we get set for kickoff, we will listen in to our national anthem. Kennett Indian Marching Band performing as we get set for kickoff here at Metz Stadium. We'll take another pregame break as the fireworks start to go off here as we get set for kickoff. Still 9 minutes, 20 seconds away from opening kickoff as we look at Kelly and Kennett when our Pregame show continues right after this.
I'm John Padden with Kennett Trust Bank. As a locally owned bank, we believe great service and competitive rates should always come with a personal touch. Because banking isn't just about numbers, it's about people. From checking and savings accounts to home, auto, commercial, and farm loans, we're ready to help you move forward. With 3 convenient ATMs and online banking at KennettTrustBank.com, managing your money is easier than ever. Kennett Trust Bank is proud to support the Kennett Indians, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
I guess you forgot to call Duncan Sheet Metal about the furnace, huh?
What was your first clue?
It's still warm right now, but don't get left in the cold this winter. Now is the time to call Jerry Duncan with Duncan Sheet Metal. If it's time to replace that old furnace, let Duncan Sheet Metal install a new energy-efficient unit that will save you money and keep you warm for years to come. Call Duncan Sheet Metal today, 888-6447. Wishing all the Kennett Indians the best of luck.
Back with the Kennett Indian pregame show as we get set for opening kickoff. The Indians on homecoming night play host to the Kelly Hawks. Zenith State Bank, one of our great broadcast sponsors with locations in Zenith and Kennett. Auto, home, agricultural loans, locally owned decisions are all made right here by local folks. Visit them online at zenithstatebank.com. Zenith State Bank, banking made simple, member FDIC. Spirit line forming, and the Indians about to run out on the field as Daryl Wilcoxon joins me alongside in the booth. A lot of differences between these two teams. They're almost polar opposites. Kelly average 14.7 points per game, and Kennett putting up almost 27 points per game. Now on defense, flip all of that around, the Hawks have been very strong, only allowing 12 points per ball game defensively. Now Kennett allows almost 28 points per ball game. So can the Kennett high-powered offense put points on the board against this very stingy Kelly defense? And can the Kennett defense keep Kelly at bay and below their season average? And Daryl, I think once again we look at the big guys up front, and that's what it's all going to come down to.
And I don't know enough about Kelly to find out whether they're bigger on the pass or bigger on the run. But I know the last 2 ball games, Kennett has had difficulty stopping the run. They haven't been all that bad at defending the pass, but they have had difficulty on the run. So if Kelly's a running team, we may be in for a long night again.
Well, Kelly's signature win this season was a thriller when they came back to defeat Scott City. And that was a thriller, came right down to the last minutes in that one. We're going to take a break. We'll tell you about other games around the area, and we'll have our coin toss as we get set for the kickoff here at Metz Stadium right after this.
The City of Kennett is a proud supporter and booster of Kennett Indian sports and congratulates the coaches, players, and fans on another exceptional year. Recognition is in order for Mayor Jay Crafton, the Kennett City Council and City Administrator, along with the department heads, City Hall staff, and all employees of the City of Kennett. Everyone is extremely proud of your accomplishments and wishes continued success. Good luck, Indians, from the City of Kennett.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Call Jay Ward or Jack Giles in Portageville at 573-379-3461.
Good luck to all area teams from Danny Glass, your Penobscot-Dunklin Electric Co-op Director for District 1. Danny Glass knows that participating in high school sports plays a huge role in developing the leaders of tomorrow. That's why Danny Glass is Glad to help boost high school sports in this area as a sports booster. Again, good luck to all area high school teams from Danny Glass, your Pemiscot-Dunklin Electric Co-op Director for District 1.
I want to welcome a brand new sponsor, one that's been with us for several years, but coming on today to sponsor Kennett Indian football, and that's Southeast Missouri State University. Here, their campus right here in Kennett, and looked over there, and they've got a good group of students over there going to school this semester, and I think there may be an alumni sitting next to me here, Daryl Wilcoxon alongside, as we get set for, I'm surrounded. There's Red Hawks surrounding me here in the booth. I can't believe I forgot about Tad. He's just over there. No doctorate, but you went that long, huh? All right, here's other games around the area as we get set for the opening kickoff. Caruthersville's at Sykeston tonight. That ball game on KCRV FM 105.1 and on the KCRV streaming platforms. Or other sister station, Portageville at Scott City. And that ball game on KMIS AM and FM, and also on the KMIS streaming platforms. Poplar Bluff at Cape Central. Herman is at New Madrid County Central. St. Dominic at Park Hill Central. East Prairie travels to Dexter tonight. Hayti going up to Father Tolton. Donovan at Malden. St. Genevieve at Potosi. And Fredericktown at Valley Catholic. Monty Lyons handling our controls. Back and the radio station, Daryl Wilcoxon to my left, Ty Jones over here to my right, and we couldn't do it without all of our great sponsors. Are there officials, and we don't have their names
We don't
tonight,
have the
which
official
is probably,
names, but we do have the captains' names.
Well, shoot them at me, Daryl.
Kelly's captain, Seth Shackles, Griffin Pass, and Caleb Yunt. And the captains for the Kennett Indians, D. Anthony, Ty Jones, no relation to you, though, Austin Gaddis, and Christopher Martin.
All right. Indians in their black jerseys with the gold numerals. Kelly in their white jerseys with the maroon helmets and numerals. And they're going to line them up, and Kennett will receive the football. And that's how we're going to get underway this evening. Great to have you along homecoming night at Metz Cherry Stadium, and a beautiful night for football. Be sure and like and share our broadcast. Oh, by the way, we have a couple of Cardinal jerseys. We're going to announce the winner from folks that have packed the cool bus over at as the Indians get set to take this kickoff. Out there today, Tad, and tell you what, a lot of dog food in that bus, and the Humane Society was about to pick it up. And we appreciate everybody dropping that off. We're giving away a couple of jerseys as we had people drop off dog food all week, and we certainly appreciate that overcrowding situation. They go through a lot of dog food out there. Bullock Furniture, 1111 Independence Avenue in Kennett, one of our sponsors with name brand furniture and home decor for every room in your home. Also a great selection of appliances in stock, ready for immediate delivery, plus financing available. See Danny and Carolyn Bullock today at Bullock Furniture. Hawks are kicking it away, and they would be kicking into a wind, Darryl, but the wind out of the south has kind of died down here as we get set for opening kickoff. Still pleasant temperatures and a big, big Kennett Indian crowd here, and several folks from Kelly across the way.
Looks like the two deepest men for Kennett is Cunningham and Hollywood.
Let's get a good return here. And by the way, we welcome our Kelly Hawk fans that may be tuned in tonight. Had some good matchups between these two teams in basketball and baseball. And year two meeting on the football field. The Indians bring it back up. A nice return. They try to strip that ball out of there. Hanging on is Nick Fonda, and they do strip it out of Nick's hands. They were ripping, and Nick had it ripped out of his hands as he was fighting for yardage across the 35, and sometimes it's better just to go down, Darryl.
Yeah, they had 3 or 4 on him, and I don't know what he thought he was going to be able to get done by continue to go forward, but what ended up happening is those 3 or 4 just stripped the ball from him.
Well, Kelly with great field position, Indian territory at the 39-yard line. This is where they take over 1st and 10 after the Kennett turnover on the opening kickoff. Receiver to the left, a receiver to the right, and the quarterback's going to go under center. The junior, Caleb Yount, the quarterback, sends a man in motion right to left. Backs are in an eye, and I think Kelly might have had somebody up front jump a little early. That'll back him up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 now, as they will put the football down at the 44-yard line of Kennett. It's going to be interesting. Kelly doesn't score a lot of points. How will the Indian defense handle this Kelly offense? And it's going to be interesting to see if that Kelly defense has really been strong all year. If Kennett can put up points against that defense. 2 receivers out to the left on a 1st and 15. Back still in the eye. Yount, the quarterback, under center, hands it to the tailback, goes right in a big hole. He was just brought down, and that was a touchdown-saving tackle that time by Antonio Hollywood, because he was about to be off to the races, and that's going to move the chains. That's a pickup of 15 yards, and that was a big, big hole that line opened up that time. 28-yard line is the line of scrimmage. Kennett's 28 after an opening kickoff that the Indians fumbled away to the Hawks. Again, 2 receivers to the left side. Hillman and Shepard out to the left. Backs again in the eye. Caleb Yount, the junior quarterback, again under center. And again, the tailback gets the carry. This time he's wrapped up for little or no gain. Maybe 2 or 3 yards. They're going to give him forward progress to about the 26. But a much better job by the Indian defense bottling that one up the middle. It'll be 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Hawks from the Kennett 26. Again, 2 receivers to the left. That's Heilman and Shepard. Backs again in an I formation. And Yount again under center. Pretty much been standard with this look so far in the ball game. Quarterback takes the snap and a quick pass out to the left side. Receiver blocking, and Heilman around the corner is going to go into the end zone, but that blocking is going to be called a hold, and this one's going to come back. Zach Heilman, one of the seniors, one of 2 seniors on this ball club, but a hold's going to bring this one back.
I don't understand why we don't actually put 2 guys out on their 2 receivers. Thank goodness there was a flag on that play. We got 1 guy with 1 receiver and another guy in the middle of the field thinking he's going to catch up to the other receiver, which he did not.
They're going to back him up to the 30. It'll be 2nd and 12 after the holding penalty and take points off the board for the Hawks that time. A break for the Indians. Again, the very same formation. Couple receivers out to the left. Now one of the backs split out to the right side. That's the fullback. And they will hand it to the tailback following the fullback. And he's going to be stood up by the Indians after a pickup of 3 or 4 yards. So it's going to bring up 3rd down in 4-down territory here for the Hawks, and about 8 yards to go. Spot the football at the 27-yard line of Kennett. 10:07 to go here in the opening quarter, opening drive of the ball game after the Kennett fumble on the kickoff return. Now the backs will go 1 left and 1 right. And out of the shotgun, Yount for the first time. They need 8 yards. He sets to throw, and here comes the Kennett pressure. A little quarterback draw. He gets away from the first man, but Indians will bring him down at about the 23, and that's shy of the yard to gain. And that's going to bring up 4th down and close to 4 yards coming up for the Hawks. Austin Gaddis finally knocking him off his feet. 4th and 4 coming up for the Hawks. Football out at the 23-yard line of Kennett. After the Indian turnover, they're trying to hold defensively here. The 2 receivers to the near side now. Slot receiver to the right side of the line. Yount, the quarterback, looks right, throws right, has a man, and it's complete at the 16-yard line. Going up, trying to tip that ball away was D. Anthony, but it just went over D's hands, and that will be a Kelly Hawk 1st down. If D would have caught that one, he would have been off to the races, but a very good pass by Yount just over D's hands.
D is only 5'9", and He may have some pretty good hops, but I don't think he was going to get up to that football.
17-yard line is where the first down occurred as he stepped out of bounds. Again, quarterback under center. The back's in the eye. They'll go around the right side. The Indians there. This is going to be a loss on the play as whistles will blow. And a good stop that time by the Indians, trying to stiffen up the defense here and keep the Hawks out of the end zone just inside of 9 minutes to go first quarter. Football at the 18-yard line of Kennett after a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 for the Hawks. Very little breeze here at Metz Cherry Stadium. Pleasant evening for football. Again, a receiver right, a receiver left, and again the quarterback out under center. Worley is the tailback, and they'll throw left side. Receiver has some room. It's caught. An immediate tackle out there by the Indians. Good job out in open spaces that time for the Indians. Hollywood came over and really made a nice play that time. Farr was the receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. Again, 4-down territory for Kelly from the Kennett 12-yard line. 2 receivers left. The quarterback, Yount, gets under center. Just sends a receiver in motion left to right, and they'll hand off to the tailback. He pushes forward, but the Indians are going to bottle him up, and this is going to bring up a 4th down. Once again, a 4th down opportunity for the Indians to overcome the turnover. Hearing the senior running back that time, 5'10", 176, as the football reaches the 10-yard line. 4th down and 3. Indian fans need to make some noise here, trying to get a stop. 4th and 3 for the Hawks. They've converted a couple of opportunities to keep this drive alive already in a big 4th down pass play previously. 7 seconds on the play clock, and the quarterback pointing to the play clock. They're about to run out of time, and they're going to take a timeout, so we will as well. Timeout on the field, 6:58 to play first quarter. Hawks with a 4th and 3 when we return right after this.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 1st Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians.
Hawks back out on the field, a big 4th and 3 after they had to use a timeout. The play clock was running down, as Tad Jones alertly pointed out. Indians now breaking huddle with Coach Collier and back out on the field. Indians fumbled on the opening kickoff, actually had the ball stripped out of their hands as Fonda was trying to get some extra yardage. 2 receivers right. Quarterback out of the shotgun with it back to his left, and they need 3 yards, and they're throwing right. The pass is complete, and that's going to be a 1st down and a touchdown. Seth Shackles in the end zone. So the turnover and 6 points on the board for Kelly after an impressive drive. Keep converting 4th down opportunities on that drive. It's 6-0 Kelly with 6:50 to play in the first quarter. See if Kelly goes for 2, and it appears they will go for the 2-point conversion. Nine seconds on the play clock. 3 receivers in the formation. 2 left, 1 to the right. Now a little confusion. They're going to have a delay of game penalty, and that's going to back them up 5 yards. Boy, that you don't see that very often on a 2-point conversion. You have a feeling a game like this, every point could matter. Well, they'll back them up 5 yards. Now it'll be at the 8-yard line for the 2-point conversion. Kelly just didn't look set on that play as they came out. Now they will have a receiver right and a receiver left. Yount again out of the shotgun with a running back to his right. Receiver in motion left to right. Yount has it. He rolls right. Kennett pressures this time. They swarm him under. That's what they're going to have to do, Darrell, is get pressure on the quarterback. And the Indians hold on the 2-point try, but they trail 6-0. 6:50 to play first quarter. Indians get it when we return right after this.
Here is a little reminder from your friends at Peltz Title. When it's time to buy property, sell some property, or refinance a loan that involves property, don't forget those parts of the transaction that absolutely have to be done right. The preparation for closing and the closing itself. If you are a buyer, you want the confidence that title insurance from Peltz Title will give you. Are you the seller? You need to be sure that the promised proceeds are where they are supposed to be. Request Peltz and let the experts at Peltz Title close your deal.
Indians get it, but they trail 6-0. 6:50 to play opening quarter. A fumble on the opening kickoff return, and now the Indians will try to get the offense out there and match that score. A high short kick angles to the near side, and it goes out of bounds. Ball went out of bounds, so Kennett should get good field position here as the offense will come out onto the field. Kennett offense has put points on the board all season long. Procedure penalty with the kickoff out of bounds. So they will put the ball down.
I think they're going to.
No, they're going to back them up 5 yards. Kennett says, let's kick it again. Kennett's going to have them back up 5 yards. I think Coach White feels confidence in the speed of his return men here. And tell you what, one big return, we could be tied up in a heartbeat. The kicks so far have not been that deep for Kelly. They're trying to angle it over toward the Kennett sideline. Let's see what they do here. Now kicking off from the 35-yard line. Looks like they're going to try the other side of the field with this one. No, it's short. Little squib kick. Kennett's going to have to come over and pick it up, and they do. Nice job along the sideline. So easy to mess that one up, as we have seen in the past, Darrell, but Antonio Flakes was there to scoop it up and gets out of bounds, and Kennett with good field position.
He could have blocked out like in basketball and kept the defender from getting there and it gone out of bounds again, and they could have elected to have another 5 yards, but I'm happy with this field position right here.
The field position's the 47-yard line of Kennett, so they are close to midfield as the offense gets set for their first appearance here in this homecoming game. Two receivers right, two to the left. Out of the shotgun, the senior quarterback Ty Jones running back to his left. On 1st and 10 for the Kennett 47. Jones has the snap, the handoff. Fonda straight ahead, drives forward. Good run on first down across midfield and down to the 47-yard line of Kelly. Actually mark it at the 46 after the pickup. So it'll be second and about 3 coming up for Kennett. Again, two receivers to the right, Franklin and Anthony out to the right. Couple of receivers left. Jones out of the shotgun. Fonda out of the backfield in motion. Quarterback draw. There's Ty getting away from a man. Has the first down. Down to the 40-yard line. Senior quarterback. A little quarterback draw that time. And Kennett with a nice gain. And move the chains. 1st and 10 at the Kelly 39-yard line. Kennett marching down the field on their first offensive possession.
And they're a little generous with those spots tonight. I was happy with that. I thought he was going to be marked at the 40, but.
Two receivers, far side of the field. Flakes to the near side. And a handoff to the running back. Going forward is Fonda. Another big hole. And as he gets inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line, and that's just about 10 yards. We'll see if it's enough for the move the sticks. And they say move the chains. So that will be a pickup of 10 and a first down for the Indians. Indians just marching down the field on the Hawks on this drive. They have it at the Kelly 29-yard line. Jones with the play call. Has his team huddled up. Breaks the huddle with 15 seconds. Out to the right is Franklin and D. Anthony. Running back behind Jones. In the formation is Cunningham. Fake the pitch to Cat. Now Jones will throw it out in the flat, has a receiver out there, a little bit underthrown. Diving for that was Zane Franklin, and it's incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Indians from the 29-yard line of Kelly. He had him out there, Darryl, just underthrew him a little.
Really who he was throwing to. He had the deep man was Zane, but they had the up man was D. Anthony, and I thought, well, it's over Anthony's head, but it's not all the way to Zane Franklin. So
normally you don't see two receivers right there together on the field, as it also gathers up defenders in the area. Again, two receivers right, one to the left. Jones out of the shotgun. This time they'll hand off, and this time Cad Cunningham will break out of the first tackle, and lucky to get some yardage back, but it's still going to be a loss on the play. Back to near the 31-yard line, so it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Indians and 11. Football at the 31-yard line. So Indians will really need about 12 yards here to move the chains, but they do have 2 downs to try to convert. They were moving down the field, but an incomplete pass and then a loss on that running play. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Jones out of the shotgun. Cunningham, the running back, to the right of Ty Jones. Setting up, throwing over the middle. This pass is complete, but short of the first down to Zane Franklin, the 6'4 junior. Tackled immediately at the 21-yard line, but that will bring up 4th and short for the Indians. Indians are going to need just about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Football at the 23-yard line of Kelly. Play call comes on. Ty Jones, the quarterback, with 19 seconds. Now rushing on late is Maddox Childress. 3 receivers go left of the formation. Childress, the blocking back, in a fullback position. Fonda, the running back. They'll hand it to Nick. Nick gets a block. Go, Nick, go, as he gets the first down at the 15-yard line. Nice gain, nice blocking up front, and nice blocking by the senior fullback, Maddox Childress. As that time, Nick Fonda, the junior, just followed Maddox and the left side of that offensive line for a first down. Down to the 15-yard line of Kelly as the Kennett Indians move into the Baker Implement Case IH red zone. Indians trailing 6-0, but on the move. 3:09 to play first quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Jones out of the shotgun, and he'll hand it to Fonda. Fonda breaks the tackle in the backfield and moves forward and gets down to about the 11-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down for the Indians after a pickup of almost 5. Looked like it was going to be a loss on the play, Darryl, but somehow Nick made some positive gain out of that. Not a decent, well, it's not quite that far, a gain of about 3.
I thought
they're spotted.
I thought he'd almost fumbled again, and I thought, uh-oh.
I heard a moan from the crowd, and that's usually never good with a big home crowd like we have here at Metz Cherry Stadium. 15 seconds on the play clock, and Jones races out on the field. 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Indians. Twin receivers right and left. Cunningham, the back, to the right of Jones. Now he motions out of the backfield. Jones, again, quarterback draw straight ahead. Ty dances to the right, around a man, into the end zone. Touchdown, Indians! Ty Jones into the end zone. 13-yard touchdown run, and that's a T.R. Baker Insurance touchdown for the Kennett Indians. And the Indians, with a nice drive, tie it up 6-6 with 2:04 to play first quarter. Jimbo Cullen with his fireworks tonight. Now, we were prepared that time, the one in the pregame about made us to jump off the balcony here.
That first one, 2 of us were trying to get underneath the counter.
Swinging gate formation. Fireworks continue to go off, and we'll see if the Indians can take the lead here as they will try to kick the extra point. Austin Gaddis with a low snap, puts his foot into it, and it was blocked. That time the snap was just low, and we are tied at 6. One of the Kennett Indians a little slow getting up. And that was our holder that time, and it bounced to our holder, and They're going to tend to the injured player, but the Indians will kick it off when we return in a 6-6 ball game with 2:04 to play first quarter. Back after this.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics the same way we've supported our customers and the community for 85 years. Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938. Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the football field and in your field.
Ready to level up your entertainment? Head to the Kennett bowling lanes. Bowl a few frames, lace up your skates, dive into laser tag or rack up points in the arcade. There's something for everyone. And don't forget, Kennett Bowling Lanes has some of the best food around, so bring your appetite too. Fun, games, and great eats all under one roof at 1315 St. Francis in Kennett. That's Kennett Bowling Lanes, where the fun never stops.
Nick Fonda was the injured player. He was also the holder, but good news is Nick trotted off the field. Didn't look like he was still feeling really good, but he did come off the field under his own power. Should be okay and back in the game. He's sitting down on the end of the bench right now without any trainers around him, so that tells me he got kicked in a bad spot or something along those lines. Austin Gaddis, who does the kicking, is about to put his foot into the football this time, and whistles will blow, and Kennett probably
go across that.
Offside. Somebody was a little too far across the line when contact was made, so now the Indians will back it up and kick from the 35. Austin's got a good leg. That time it down inside the 15-yard line, but now Kelly will have a little better field position with Gaddis being moved back to the 35-yard line. What breeze we had in the pregame was from the south, so it would be helping the Indians here, but I don't think there's any right now. The flag's pretty much...
Flag is at a standstill.
At a standstill. All of them here at the stadium. This one kicked off straight down the middle of the field. Taken there by Howman. Howman is hammered at about the 33-yard line. What a hit by the Indians. And Cad Cunningham laying the leather that time for the Indians. As you can see it on our instant replay cam if you're watching our live video stream. 33-yard line, the line of scrimmage for Kelly. Let's see if we can get a stop. Kennett Indian fans, if you're watching our broadcast, be sure and like and share. Let everybody know. We're on Facebook, YouTube, X, Twitch, and the KTMO website at KTMO TV. Here comes that Kelly offense. Scored on their first possession. And a handoff to the tailback. Straight ahead, Indians will stand him up after a gain of 2 on the play as he gets to the 35-yard line of Kelly. And that will be all. Jonah Worley, he's just a sophomore, 6 foot, 168-pounder. Worley and Huring kind of rotate in and out at the running backs, but they have several players listed as athletes. Anytime they're listed as an athlete, that means they can probably go anywhere on the field. So, gain of 2 on that first down run by Worley. 1:20 to go, first quarter. 2 receivers left. 6 seconds on the play clock. Little confusion. And Kelly will have to take another timeout. Their second of the first half with 1:10 to play in the half. 2nd and 8 from the Kelly 35 when we return to Metz Cherry Stadium right after this.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Kelly offense out on the field. Kennett defense trotting back out in position for the 2nd and 8 play for the Hawks from their own 35-yard line. 2 receivers left. Yount, the quarterback, moves his running back just to his left. That is Worley. Now a man in motion, a receiver from left to right, and someone moved a little early. Don't see a flag, and now the quarterback rolling out of the pocket, being pressured, throws it up in the air and throws it over to the Kelly sideline. I don't see anyone over there, but there's a holding against Kelly on that play as Kennett was putting the pressure on Yount. So a 10-yard penalty against Kelly. That will back him up with 1:01 to play first quarter. Kennett's got to bring that pressure, Darrell. I think it's important for us to control this offense. We just got to bring heat on the quarterback.
We have got to keep pushing just like we did there. If we keep doing that, if they don't get a small amount of yards, they'll do like that and hold and get penalties, which will put us in a lot better position.
Football just shy of the 25-yard line of Kelly, so it's 2nd and 18 for the Hawks. 2 receivers left for the Hawks. Yount with a running back to his left in the formation. Tight end streaks down the center of the field. Now Kennett will get the sack. Busting through, the Indians get the sack. Lopez that time broke through. Boy, that's what you're talking about, Darrell. A big loss on the play. If they can make Kelly one-dimensional running the football, it can be a big, big deal, as you can watch it on our instant replay if you're watching our video live stream, and a lot of folks are doing that tonight. At halftime, we're going to name our Cardinal jersey winners from last week. So we didn't forget about you. We're going to have that for you at the half. 14-yard line of Kelly, the line of scrimmage, and they have to go about 29 yards to pick up the first down. 3rd and long. 4 receivers left, and the quarterback, Yount,
called a timeout
and they just burned their last timeout on a 3rd and 29. So Kelly will take the timeout with 9.8 seconds to go in the first quarter. Back with more right after this.
Please pass the hot sauce. No, none of that watered down ketchup. Give me the heat.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Next stop, Spicy City.
Helping spicy grandmas and everybody else.
All right, Kelly again back out on the field. They are out of timeouts and 9.8 seconds to go in the first half, and a 3rd and 29 for the Hawks from their own 14-yard line. Indians would love to create a turnover here. And the Hawks drop back. They pass over the middle, and this ball is tipped, almost intercepted. And the Indians will bring up a 4th down for the Hawks, but a good opportunity that time for the Indians. And Carson Manley, the senior linebacker, almost picked that ball off. And it's 4th and 29. The Hawks will have to punt it away deep in their own territory. Indians should get great field position here. Hollywood, the speedster, comes back, and he stands at midfield awaiting the punt return. We are tied at 6. Final play, barring a penalty of the first quarter. Hawks will punt it away inside their own 5. The whistles will blow. Hollywood comes up and catches that one, but we'll see what the call is.
Hope it ain't us.
Yep. I'm afraid it's Kennett.
Oh.
Illegal substitution against Kennett. The good news is this is not an automatic first down. That would be devastating. They're out there looking now. I don't know where they come up with this number. Nobody went off the field. They're out there pointing and counting heads now, but they're and I think the officials just missed that call. And now they wave off the penalty. Holy smokes.
Well, I guess maybe that's why they didn't bring us the card to the officials, because they knew they weren't very good at math, so we didn't need to see who it was.
Well, we would have had really good field position. Maybe Hollywood can put points on the board with this punt return. Yeah, we almost blocked that one. Now another opportunity for the Kennett Indians. And they do block it! It's blocked. Picked up by the Indians. Touchdown, Kennett. Well, the penalty flag works out as Cruz Duffel, the sophomore, gets the block, gets the scoop, gets the score, and the Indians go up 12-6 as the fireworks go off, and that's another T.R. Baker insurance touchdown for the Kennett Indians. Darrell Wilcoxon said it. He said, we almost blocked the last one. Hollywood would have had good field position, but I'll tell you what, can't beat that. Block punt, and the Kennett defense has really made an impression on that stand after Kelly, even though they took over their first possession, a very, very short field, scored a touchdown, but Kennett's offense has moved down the field, put points on the board, now a turnover on the block punt, and a scoop and score. Now the 2-point conversion for the Indians. Hand off to Fonda. Fonda's wrapped up and brought down. 2-point conversion no good. It's 12-6 Indians. As we go to the second quarter at Metz Cherry Stadium, Hawks get it when we return with the second quarter in 1 minute.
Looking for a great day on the greens? The Kennett Country Club invites you to play on one of the best-kept courses in the region. Open to green fee players with cart rentals available. You'll enjoy a smooth round with your friends. And after your game, grab a bite at the Club Golf Restaurant. Check out our Tuesday through Thursday lunch specials or the Sunday lunch buffet. And for the best value, ask about the great membership plans. The Kennett Country Club. Great golf, great food, and great times.
Eat, play, and have a blast at Let's Roll Paragould. From bowling, duck pin, and laser tag to 45 arcade games and a full restaurant, Let's Roll Paragould is packed with fun for everyone. Both alleys feature state-of-the-art NeoSurf systems. And with over 50 TVs, you won't miss a second of your favorite game. Visit Let'sRollParagould.com for birthday packages, daily specials, group deals, or to reserve your lane. Let's Roll Paragould, 2707 West Kings Highway in Paragould, where good times roll 7 days a week.
Ready to start the second quarter as Kelly will get the kickoff. Here's some scores coming in, some good ones around the area. Jackson rolling over Farmington 21-0. Potosi over St. John early, 6-0. Herculaneum over St. Vincent, 8-0. Sykeston now leading Caruthersville 21-14. Scott City 7-6 over Portageville. Indians kick it off to the Hawks here in a 12-6 Indian lead as we start quarter number 2. Excitement in this first quarter. Homecoming night at Metz Cherry Stadium. High kick coming up. The Hawks will take it on the 15. Following the blockers straight up the field, Indians will make the tackle at about the 36-yard line. So that's where the Hawks will take over first and 10. Jonah Worley, the sophomore running back, with a nice return. Caught that one on the run, and he was going north to south. American Elite Realty, one of our great broadcast sponsors. We appreciate their support of Kennett Indian football. If you're looking to buy or sell property, any kind of property, you need to see them. AmericanEliteRealty.com is their website. Just go to the website, look at what they offer, and give them a call. Here comes the Hawks once again, receiver right and left, and the running back gets the carry, going straight ahead, following his blockers, and gets to the 40-yard line. Pick up a 4 on first down. Hearing, he's the bigger of the two backs. He's the senior, 5'10", 176-pounder. So they'll put the ball right at the 40-yard line as we're just underway here in the second quarter. 12-6, Kennett with the lead, couple of touchdown scores in the first quarter. Hawks break the huddle. Again, a receiver to the right, Heilman. Caden Shepard, the receiver to the left. Back to the left of the quarterback and a low snap. And lucky to get the handoff straight ahead and driving forward the running back to the 45-yard line. Good job that time, quarterback. Jonah Worley that time with a carry. That brings up third down and 1 for Kelly. Boy, that was a tough play for Caleb Yount just to catch the snap and somehow get the handoff to Worley, who was at full speed when he took the handoff. Third and 1 for the Hawks from their own 45-yard line. Again, the tailback gets the carry, and he falls forward. First down.
They had him at the line of scrimmage, but he broke through.
Good, strong run by the senior, Jack Heuring. That will move the chains as they get the football to the 47-yard line of Kelly. First and 10. 10:28 to play here in the second quarter. Homecoming night. A lot of homecoming festivities at the half, and we'll have those for you. First half stats and scores around the area on our Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture halftime show, and we'll announce our Cardinal jersey winners from last week's broadcast. 3 receivers in the formation. Yount out of the shotgun with a fullback in there. They'll hand off to the motion man going around the left side, and they break through the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be off to the races. Looked like we had a hold, but Worley's going to go into the end zone. No flags on the play. Boy, it sure looked like there was a hold on the left side where they opened up that line.
There was absolutely a hold.
Oh, they had them wrapped up on the left side of that line. The officials kept the flag in their pocket, and it's 12-12. Well, that didn't take long for the Hawks to answer, and they will go for the 2-point conversion in a 12-12 ball game. Yount, the quarterback, shuffles his players around. Receivers going left, receivers going right. Now a back behind him in the backfield. Now a motion man left to right, and they'll throw it left side of the end zone, and it's incomplete. 9:50 to play in the quarter, and we're tied at 12 as we approach the half in a very exciting ball game from Metz Cherry Stadium. Indians get it when we return right after this.
I'm Trenton Patterson with Patterson Auto Sales here in Kennett, Missouri, located at 512 South Bypass. I invite you guys out to check out our inventory. We have a website online, but I've got cars ranging from sports cars all the way up to sedans, half-ton and three-quarter-ton trucks. If you don't see it, you can't find it, I will locate it. Come check us out at 512 South Bypass or give me a call at 573-559-6180.
First State Community Bank, one of our great broadcast sponsors with full-service banking, there to help you meet your financial goals, whether it's your first savings account or new business loan. They're there to help. Stop by and see them on Independence Avenue in Kennett. First State Community Bank, member FDIC, and a proud sponsor of Kennett Indian football. These two teams battling back and forth. We are tied at 12 with 9:50 to go in the first half, and the Hawks will kick it off to the Indians. Indians took the opening kickoff, but fumbled away. Kelly went up 6-0, and since that point, it's been back and forth in this one. A good ball game. Kelly sends a man left, now sends a man back to the right as they get set for this kickoff coverage. See if the Indians can get a good return here. Another short kick taken by the Indians, and they will run it back up over the 30, out to the 35. Watch out, there's Fonda out to the 40, to the 41-yard line. Nick Fonda, the junior, with a nice return, and again, good field position for the Kennett Indians from their own 41-yard line. Beautiful night for football here at Metz Cherry Stadium. Homecoming, 70th edition of the homecoming. Started in 1955, this homecoming tradition at Kennett. Couldn't dial up better weather and a better ball game so far in this one, 12-12. All the fans getting their money's worth here, and so are our folks on the radio listening and to our video stream. Pitch goes to the tailback, and turning the corner, that time it was Hollywood. We'll see where they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Very short gain as he came to the near side of the field. Very short gain on the play as they will put him down after a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 coming up for Kennett. The football at the 42-yard line. 9:39 to play here in the second quarter. Kennett still with all 3 of their timeouts. Kelly without any timeouts remaining. Cad Cunningham, the junior running back, comes on for the Indians. 2 receivers go to the left side, now 2 to the right side. Jones out of the shotgun with Cunningham to his right. Now Cunningham gets out in the pattern. A screen pass, inside screen, caught. Big play down the middle of the field, down the near hash, breaking tackles to the 30-yard line. A big first down for the Indians and Zane Franklin, but a flag back near the line of scrimmage. And they're going to wave off the flag.
All right.
So no penalty, big first down, a big gain on the play down to the 30-yard line of Kelly. Zane, 6'4", 171. Big size and good speed that time. You saw him pulling away after catching that pass. 15 seconds on the play clock. It's Jones huddles his team up. Now with 10 seconds, they break the huddle. They have to hurry up as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the 30 with 4 seconds, with 3. Now they take the snap, and Jones, another quarterback draw, spins and maybe picks up 2 yards on the play, down to the 28-yard line. Indians, I think, have seen something, and they keep running that quarterback draw against the Hawks, and the Hawks played that one well. 2nd down for the Indians after the 2-yard pickup by the Kennett senior quarterback. We're tied at 12, 8:47 to play, 2nd quarter. Jones with a play call. This time huddles up his team with 20 seconds on the play clock. Now they break the huddle. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Jones looks to the near side toward the coaching staff. 9 seconds on the play clock. 7 seconds on the play clock, and Jones ready to go. Claps his hands and takes the snap and once again runs it straight ahead, and this time maybe a yard on the play. And it will be 3rd down and about 7 for the Indians. Again, they are in 4-down territory, but they go back to Ty Jones on back-to-back carries. It's going to be 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 for the Indians from that point. Football at the 27-yard line. Ty Jones, 5'11" senior quarterback. Indians on the move in a 12-12 ball game, trying to retake the lead. And this back-and-forth affair on homecoming night. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Big Antonio Flakes to the near side. Jones looks left, throws over the middle, pass is complete, and that will be a Kennett Indian first down to the 15-yard line. Ty put it right on Antonio Hollywood. Antonio, nope, that's not Hollywood, that's Zane Franklin. Actually, that's Zane with a catch, and he looks like he might have hurt his hand after they tackled him there, but he's going to stay in the ball game. Indians move into the Baker Implement Case IH red zone at the 15-yard line of Kelly. Another beautiful pass, Ty Jones, to the big junior receiver, Zane Franklin. Indians come up to the line of scrimmage. Flakes by his lonesome to the far side of the field. 3 receivers to the near side. Running back is Cunningham. To the left of Jones, the quarterback. And Cunningham, nope, Jones again keeps it. Goes straight forward. Just nothing there. That time no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Indians from the 15. Kelly is really reading that quarterback draw. But that could open up things for other players as this game continues. And it's continuing in a hurry. We're down to 6:35 to play in the half. Jones walks over to the sideline. Now gets the play call with 20 seconds on the play clock. So plenty of time for Kennett to break the huddle and get this play underway. They're in the huddle a long time, though, and now it's down to about 10 seconds. They come out of the huddle and up to the line of scrimmage. Cunningham, the running back. Jones goes under center with 4 seconds, with 3, with 2. And Kennett will have to take the timeout. They'll take their first timeout here with a 2nd and 10 from the 16-yard line of Kelly when we return to Metz Cherry Stadium in 30 seconds.
First Missouri Bank of SEMO understands that banking is more than just managing dollars and cents. It's about strengthening relationships, helping neighbors, believing in our communities, and planning for the future. FM Bank proudly offers competitive rates on personal, home, agricultural, and business loans, and all banking decisions are made here in our local communities. Visit any of our FM Bank locations today for more info. To us, people matter. FM Bank is also proud to sponsor Kennett Indian football. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Southeast Missouri State University, their campus here in Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors. We appreciate their support of Kennett Indian football. If you're a student about to pursue your higher education goals, whether you're just out of school or about to be out of school, or maybe you've been out of school for several years, you need to talk to them out here at Southeast Missouri State University. Lots to offer and close to home. Indians close to the goal line as they have a 2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line of Kelly. Bunch formation this time for the Indians. Cunningham remains in the backfield, and Jones will go under center. 2nd and 10 for the Indians. Motion man goes left to right. That's one of the fullbacks, and they'll fake the handoff. Jones throws toward the corner of the end zone. Almost picked off by the Hawks. That was in and out of the hands of Kelly's Caleb Yount, their quarterback. Boy, he had a chance to pick that one off, and Ty probably wishes he could reel that one back in about the time he threw it, because Yount broke on that one over at the corner of the end zone.
Had he not been there, though, that would have been a touchdown for the Indians.
So it's 3rd and 10 from the 15-yard line for Kennett after the incomplete pass. Indians huddled up as they come up to the line of scrimmage, breaking the huddle. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Cunningham remains in the backfield, and Jones the quarterback. 4 seconds on the play clock. Now Jones throws it out, and Cunningham catches it, and he has company, and that's a big loss on the play, as they're going to say the forward progress back to about the 21-yard line. Kelly snuffed that one out perfectly. They knew exactly what the Indians were going to do when Cunningham motioned out of the backfield, and their defensive players played it perfectly. We knew they were stout defensively, and the Indians are going to have 16 yards on 4th down if they're going to keep this drive alive. Football at their 21-yard line. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Jones, the quarterback. Man out of the backfield. Jones pressured from the backside. They're going to grab him and sack him at the 30. That time, Kelly brought the house, and Jones goes down. Quarterback sack back at the 33, and that's where the Hawks will take over in a 12-12 ball game with 5:16 to play, 2nd quarter. A good drive for Kennett, but it stalled out. We just had some negative plays, 0 plays, and then some negative plays, Darryl, and you hate to see it when you get in the red zone like that and not able to convert.
Had everything going our way, and then it just started going backwards.
Now we got to stop the Hawks. A big scoring play by the Hawks on their last drive to tie the ball game up. Now they can take the lead. 5:16 to play in the half. They're out of timeouts. Kennett with 2 remaining. Shackles motions to the right side of the line. The running back, now the quarterback, will keep it. And Yount will be stood up across the 35 to about the 37-yard line on 1st down. Following the fullback that time, Seth Shackles, 5'10", 185-pound junior. Football at the 38-yard line of Kennett after a gain of 5 on 1st down for the Hawks. We're down to 4:50 to play in the half. Again, Kelly without timeouts remaining. Kennett just doesn't want to give up the big plays here. Come up with a stop and get the football back because they still have 2 timeouts remaining. The junior quarterback Yount takes the snap, hands it off to the tailback, and he has some running room. Hit at the 45 and stood up there as he gets to the 46, but that's enough to move the chains, and a Kelly Hawk 1st down with 4:27 to go in the 2nd quarter. Good blocking right up front for the Hawks. From the Kelly 46, they come back to the line of scrimmage. We are tied at 12. Receiver right, receiver left, backs are in the eye. And the tailback follows the fullback, and a flag comes in, and somebody had a little hold action there along the line of scrimmage. That'll back up Kelly 10 yards, and that's a penalty that we kind of needed there, Darryl.
Absolutely, because stop that momentum.
Make it 1st and 20, and that makes it a lot different on how they have to call the plays. spot the football back at the 36-yard line of Kelly. 4:09 to play in the half. Kelly, as the clock winds, they come up to the line of scrimmage. One receiver to the near side, man-to-man coverage out to the near side. Quarterback under center, backs in the eye. Motion man left to right, and there's movement up front. And a procedure penalty will back them up 5 more yards. So they've had 15 yards in penalties on this drive. They have to get all the way down to the 44-yard line of Kennett to pick up the first down, and they're at the Kelly 36.
31.
Yeah, 30. Yes, 31.
They're just consistently going backwards, and we'll take that.
But the clock continues to run. It's going to come to where Kennett will want to take some time out. Kelly just may want to try to run as much time off the clock as they can. They'll probably go for a home run ball or two deep in their own territory. They hand off to the motion man. They scored on this one earlier. This time they can't get free, but they get out to about the 37-yard line. That'll bring up second down. Worley will scare you, the 6 foot, 168-pounder. He's only a sophomore, but he will make your heart beat quickly when he gets the ball. 2nd and 19 for the Hawks. 3:05 to play in the half. We are tied at 12. Homecoming night at Kennett. Kelly now will move some receivers around. 2 to the left side, 1 to the right. Yount goes under center with a tailback behind him, fakes the handoff. Now he looks to throw, pumps, throws down the sideline, has a man, and it's incomplete. Way overthrown.
There's a flag.
And a flag, and Kennett might have held the receiver, and that would be bad.
I'd say that's defensive pass interference or holding.
We'll see what the penalty is, but probably not good for the Indians.
He's pointing over there. I don't understand that.
So we'll see. Holding against Kennett. That's probably why that pass was so overthrown, Darryl. They probably had a hold of the receiver. And defenders will do that when they know they're about to be beat on a long pass play. As it is, it's second down. And now, after all of that penalty yardage, they have a 2nd and 9 from the 47-yard line of Kelly. And a handoff this time straight ahead, and they pick up the first down. They get down to the 42-yard line of Kennett. Now 2:31 to play in the half, and Kelly, with no timeouts, kind of in control. Kennett, after having them way back after some penalties, committed one of their own, and now a nice running play, and the Hawks are in business. 2:22 to play in the half. From the 42 of Kennett. 2 receivers near side. Yount moves under center. A fullback to his right, tailback directly behind him. Man in motion left to right. Yount looks to throw, has tons of time, now airs it out down the field. Has a receiver, but it's overthrown. No holding. This time on the Indians, it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Hawks from the 42-yard line of Kennett. 2 minutes exactly to go in this first half of action. We're tied at 12. Homecoming here at Kennett. We'll have a lot of the homecoming festivities. We'll have scores from around the area. We'll have the Kennett Indian Marching Band and also have our halftime stats as Darryl Wilcoxon busy jotting those down. 2nd and 10 for Kelly from the Indian 42-yard line. Receiver right and left. Yount again out of this pocket. Scrambles, now being pressured, steps up, he's hit, throws across the middle and incomplete. Intended for Caden Shepard. Defending on that play, and Austin Gaddis, the Kennett linebacker, and it's 3rd and 10 Kelly. 1:53 to play in the half, and a 3rd and 10 from the Kennett 42.
Need to keep that defensive pressure because they're going to go for it on, if they don't make it here, they're going to go for it on 4th.
I don't think they want to punt again after what happened with their last punt. But it's 3rd and 10 Hawks from the Kennett 42. Kennett still with 2 timeouts remaining. Kelly with none. 3 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Out of the shotgun, Caleb Yount, the junior quarterback, gets the snap, sets, rolls to his right, now scrambles for his life, has some running room. Indians will meet him at the 35-yard line, 36-yard line, and knock him down there. And it's going to be 4th down for the Hawks with 1:39 to play in the half. And 4th down coming up for the Hawks. 4th down and about 4 coming up for Kelly. Kennett defensively making some substitutions. They don't look like they're set for this 4th down play. Kelly's going for it. We're down to 1:18 to play in the half. Kennett, with a lot of confusion, has to take a timeout, and that's the best course of action here. Don't want to give up a touchdown on a 4th and 4 inside of 2 minutes to play in the ball in the first half. We'll take a break, back with this 4th down play, and a 12-12 game right after this.
At Glensane, we know extra time is hard to come by. Your hands are full, your days are packed, and time doesn't slow down. We work hard when you have a service issue. With full service centers at each of our 4 locations, we will always do our best to make it convenient for you and your busy lifestyle. Thank you for trusting our family with your family for over 70 years.
Fourth and 4 for the Hawks with 1:14 to play in the half. Football just shy of the Kennett 35-yard line. Kennett with some personnel problems here after the timeout. A player on late for the Indians. Yount looks to throw, throws across, incomplete, and the Indians will take over, and that will stop the clock. Indians will have it at the 35 of Kennett. Kennett still with 1 timeout remaining, Darrell, and I bet we open up the playbook right here and see if we can hook up with a big one. We've had a couple of big ones last week.
We did. I'd like to see that pass that we had a couple of times last week to D. Anthony.
D has been covered pretty close by the Hawks in this ball game. Zane Franklin has had some opportunities. Antonio Flakes as well. Near side, it is Anthony along with Franklin. Receiver to the far side, slot receiver to the near side. Jones looks near side, throws, and it's caught by Anthony. Anthony down the sideline, very alertly steps out of bounds at the 45-yard line, 44-yard line. It will be 2nd down for the Indians and about a yard to go. 1:03, the clock is stopped. Anthony got out of bounds, so that's the best of both worlds, 9 yards and out of bounds, and 1:03 to play in the half.
Only took 6 seconds, so that's good.
Coming up on 8 o'clock here as we approach halftime in a 12-12 ball game. Out to the left is Flakes. He's by his lonesome. 3 receivers to the near side. Kelly shows blitz. Jones takes the snap, throws it to the near side, again to Anthony. This time he cuts inside, knocked out of bounds across midfield, and that's the 1st down. They set a little screen out for D. He catches it, runs around a man, and steps out of bounds at the Kelly 47. 58 seconds to play in the half, and another little quick hitter. D, if he keeps picking up 10-yard gains on every little pass play and steps out of bounds, we're going to have points on the board. We still have a timeout remaining.
7 or 8 yards at a time and only burning on 5 to 6 seconds.
2 receivers out to the left, the speedster Hollywood in a slot to the left. Flakes, the wide receiver, back out of the backfield, and they throw middle screen to Hollywood. The speedster races down the field. Is going to be bottled up at the 35-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. If the Indians hurry, they can get up to the line of scrimmage and get the play going. 48 seconds to play in the half. Kennett trying not to burn a timeout here. They get set up, and as soon as they spot the ball, Kennett will be set to go. Jones out of the shotgun. Twins left, Twins right. 44 seconds to go in the half. 1st and 10 from the Kelly 35. Jones still not snapping the ball and finally gets it. Fumbles it a bit, now picks it up, throws over the middle, and should have been intercepted. In and out of the hands of the Hawks. And again, that was Caleb Yount. He had it right in his arms that time.
That's twice.
That's 2 that Caleb could have came up with the interception. He slaps his helmet. That stops the clock at the Kelly 36-yard line with 32.5 seconds remaining. Indians in a 12-12 tie with Kelly here on homecoming night. Indians still with one timeout remaining. Trying to take a lead and take that lead into the locker room. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Jones sends Cunningham out of the backfield, looks to Cunningham. Now the screen is complete to Franklin. Franklin down the middle of the field. Franklin tackled inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. They will stop the clock while they set the chains. Indians are going to have to hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Now they are ready to try to snap it. You have to get set, guys. Hurry it up. Here we go. Now Jones takes the snap, rolls right, looks right, downfield, throws it, and out of bounds, incomplete. 11.6 seconds to play in the half. Kennett took a lot of time that time.
Way too much time to get set.
I wish they had just spiked the football, clocked it, and stopped it, and then they could have huddled up and got set. But, boy, they took a lot of time off the clock, and now 11.6 seconds remaining in the half. But Kennett still with a timeout remaining, so still enough time to run a couple of plays here. And they are 20 yards away from a halftime lead. The nose of the football touching the Kelly 20. Now a bunched formation for the Indians. Cunningham, the back of the backfield. Jones under center. Jones takes the snap, fakes the pitch, sets up in the pocket, throws, corner of the end zone, has a man, complete! Touchdown! We're waiting the official signal. They're going to say he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Zane Franklin inside the 1. They're shooting the fireworks with 6 seconds to play. A little premature on the fireworks show, but
looked like he was
there was an official down by the goal line. Oh, did he? Did he really? Did he signal touchdown? Okay, so he did signal touchdown. That is a T.R. Baker Insurance touchdown, and you see on a replay it was exactly the right call. Now the 2-point conversion. Kennett up 18-12. Trying to add on a big 2-point conversion. Jones under center. Jones rolls right, looks right. Now scrambles, tucks it, and goes out of bounds at the 5 with 18-12 or score. Indians will have to kick it off to Kelly with 6 seconds to play in the half, but the Indians did exactly what they wanted to, Darryl. They marched it down the field. They managed the clock. A great touchdown pass from Jones to Franklin, and you couldn't ask for any better than that.
Quite ironic, though, that every score has not had an extra point.
And we haven't tried to kick an extra point so far. Yeah, one, and that didn't turn out real well, but with a bad snap on that one, a low snap. So they are rolling the dice on the 2-point conversions, and so far the dice hasn't been friendly to the Hawks or the Indians. Here the Indians are talking it over. Kelly with no timeouts remaining. They don't want to give up the big kickoff return. They want to
squib kick?
Yeah, squib kick it or something and come down and make a tackle, and Kelly will probably either take a home run shot or take a knee and go to the locker room. Gaddis doing the kickoff duties for the Indians. A couple of men deep for the Hawks. We'll see if we kick it deep to Kelly. A little pooch kick over the front line. Picked up at the 35. Kelly brings it out to the 45-yard line with 1.3 seconds remaining in the half. So Kelly still with enough time to run one play, and they are 55 yards away from the end zone. And Kelly, probably no doubt, is going to try to get a receiver open and tie this ball game up. The last play of the half, barring a penalty. Been an exciting first half of football here at Metz Cherry Stadium. Indians 18-12 with the lead. Here come the Hawks, and yes, it looks like they're going to take a knee. But don't count on it. Yount under center, and he will take a knee. So the Hawks will get the football to start the third quarter.
Quarterback didn't used to go to Paragould, did he?
So the Hawks head to the locker room, and they'll get the football in the third quarter, but they will trail Kennett 18-12. Great first half of football on homecoming night from Metz Cherry Stadium. We'll take our first halftime break. Got a lot of homecoming festivities to bring to you as our halftime show continues. The Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture halftime show right after this.
The Kennett School District, our school board, administration, and staff would like to wish the Kennett Indians the very best of luck this year. From the classroom to the court, from the field to the track, we are behind you all the way. We're proud of your hard work, your dedication, and the spirit you bring to our community. Here's to a great year of learning, growing, and competing. Go Indians! A message of support from your Kennett School District. Looking for great food and a fun atmosphere? Then come to Let's Eat, located inside Let's Roll in Paragould. Start your meal with mouth-watering appetizers, then dive into fresh wraps, tasty sandwiches, crisp salads, and pizza that's some of the best you'll ever try. Whether you're stopping in with friends or grabbing a quick bite, Let's Eat is the place where flavor meets fun. Find them at 2707 West Kings Highway in Paragould. That's Let's Eat. Delicious food, friendly vibes every time.
By serving as Dunklin County Presiding Commissioner, Don Collins knows well the importance of education and the need to provide quality instruction for students in the classroom and on the athletic field. Student athletes participating at the high school level learn how to win, become physically fit, and practice good sportsmanship. Presiding Commissioner Don Collins is pleased to support these young people and what they're doing in representing their schools. Best wishes and good luck to all Dunklin County athletes from Dunklin County Presiding Commissioner Don Collins.
What a first half of football here at Metz Cherry Stadium. Indians lead at 18-12. Darrell frantically adding up the stats here in the first half, as we'll have those for you as we're about to have our homecoming royalty introduced here, and we will certainly listen in for that. As Darrell works on the stats, let me give you an update on the scores around the area. And we're about to listen in to the PA, so let's listen in to our homecoming festivities.
This year's freshman name is Allie Baker.
Hey, how are you?
Allie is a 15-year-old daughter of Baker and Jessica Baker. She is a member of Future Business Leaders of America and is a freshman student council representative. She is on the KHS volleyball team and playing Super A basketball and softball as well. Allie is a member of Girl Scouts Troop 71521 and is also a member of Ely Baptist Church. Allie's escort is Cruz Duffel, the 16-year-old son of Jared and Sarah Duffel. Her driver is Lily Patterson, the 16-year-old daughter of Dustin and Courtney Patterson. This year's sophomore name is Natalie Fowler. Natalie is the 15-year-old daughter of Luke and Kelly Fowler. She is a member of Key Club, Future Business Leaders of America, KHS Theater, Drama Club, Family Career Community Leaders of America, and is a sophomore student council representative. Natalie is on the KHS soccer and track and field team and is a cheerleader. She is a member of Girl Scout Troop 71265 and is on the clinic team. She attends Ely Baptist Church. Natalie's escort is Antonio Hollywood, the 16-year-old son of Jeremy and Brittany Wood. Her driver is Emery Camper, the 17-year-old daughter of Matthew and Wendy Camper. This year's junior maid is Olivia Raspberry. Olivia is the 17-year-old daughter of Lily and Jan Raspberry. Olivia is a member of the volleyball and softball team and is a cheerleader. She is also a member of Key Club, K Club, and Future Business Leaders of America. Olivia is on the Kennett swim team and the tumbling tribe. She is a member of the First Presbyterian Church. Olivia's escort is Harry Rude, the 16-year-old son of Andy and Courtney Rude. Her driver is Kinkley McKay, the 18-year-old daughter of Kenneth and Candy McKay. This year's senior maid is Sally McKean. Sally is the 17-year-old daughter of Joni and Brad McKean. Sally is the vice president of the student body and the senior class. She is a member of varsity choir and varsity band, where she serves as percussion section leader. She is active in the KHS Theater program and vice president of Drama Club. Sally is National Honor Society secretary and a member of Future Teachers of America. She is a member of the Kennett swim team and Anderson Street Church of God. Sally's escort is Dalton Bailey, a 17-year-old son of Tiffany and Kennett. Her driver is Chris Martin, a 17-year-old son of Angela and Jimmy George and Brian Martin. The 2025 Homecoming Queen is J.D. Beth Brand. J.D. Beth is the 17-year-old daughter of Stephen and Tara Quinn. She is president of Alpha and Omega Club and is social media chair of National Honor Society. J.D. Beth is also active in Future Business Leaders of America, Key Club, K Club, and is a senior student council representative. She is on the KHS tennis team and is a marching Indian majorette. J.D. Beth is a member of the First Baptist Church, where she is active in its youth group. J.D. Beth's escort is Austin Gaddis, the 18-year-old son, Chris and Tina Gaddis. Her driver is Joe Lopez, the 17-year-old son of Manuel and Maria Lopez. J.D. Beth's crown bearer is Brody Paul, the 4-year-old son of Dylan and Melissa Bell. Her flower boy is 6-year-old Eston Woodman. Both are grandchildren of Tony and Barry Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Kennett High School 2025 Homecoming Queen and her court. Now for the crowning of the queen. For the 2025 Homecoming Halftime Show featuring the Kennett Public Schools Instrumental Music Program under the direction of KHS Band Directors Mr. Dustin Bush and Miss Melanie Bush.
All right, wonderful homecoming ceremonies underway here during the Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture Halftime Show. We will take a break and be back with the Kennett Indian Marching Band as they move in position. Darrell will also have our halftime stats, and we'll have scores from around the area. Kennett leads 18-12 over Kelly at the half. Back with more from Metz Stadium right after this.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step toward your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 1st Street in Kennett or online at cmo.edu. CMO, your university, your hometown.
Cameron Bunting Parker, your District 150 Missouri State Representative, is a supporter of high school academics and sports throughout the region. She takes this opportunity to salute all area teams. As your District 150 State Representative, Cameron Bunting Parker wants to hear your views and your concerns. She's proud to serve the people of Southeast Missouri at the state capitol as your voice in Jefferson City. Good luck to all area teams from Cameron Bunting Parker, your Missouri State Representative for District 150. Paid for by the committee to elect Cameron Bunting Parker, Philip A. Santi, Treasurer.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Hi, Kennett Indian fans. This is Stephanie Pierce with Dubs Clothing at 709 1st Street in Kennett, Missouri. Here at Dubs, we value connection to our community by offering a variety of quality men's and children's clothing, accessories, and grooming products. You can also find accessories and gift items for the ladies. Nothing speaks connection to the community like Kennett Indian football. And here at Dubs Clothing, we are all in. Wishing all athletes and coaches a safe and successful season. Roll Tribe.
When it comes to building your dream home or updating the one you have, trust the experts at Gardner Construction in Kennett. From new construction to remodels, custom showers to beautiful floors, roofing, painting, electrical and siding, they do it all and they do it right. Big jobs or small, Gardner Construction has the skill and expertise to bring your vision to life. Call today, 573-752-1442. Gardner Construction, building quality you can count on.
Back of the half, 18-12 our halftime score as the Kennett Indian Marching Band in place here on this homecoming night. And we will listen in to the Kennett Indian Marching Band. We'll have scores around the area and first half stats when our halftime show concludes after the band's performance. So let's listen in to the Kennett Marching Band.
The Kennett High School Fight Song. Drum major Avery Martinez and Graham Roberts. Is the band ready? The field is yours. Let's hear it for KHS Band. the Kennett High School Spirit and Blue Hill Marching Band.
Great performance tonight on this halftime by the Spirit of the Boot Hill Kennett Indian Marching Band on homecoming night at Metz Cherry Stadium. 18-12 our halftime score, and our Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture halftime show continues. Daryl Wilcoxon will have our halftime stats when our show continues right after this.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance on the South Bypass in Kennett. School has started back. Maybe your child needs a brand new mattress set that he's outgrown. Football is kicking off, and we've got the recliners and the big screen TVs for you to sit and watch and enjoy the game. Come see us, Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri, a family furniture tradition for over 75 years.
It's always a home run when you visit the all-new Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. They have delicious food served up hot and fresh. Be sure to check out their daily lunch and dinner specials. Their catfish, the best around, plus chicken, shrimp, steaks, and their smash burgers will keep you coming back for more. They have 10 big screen TVs where you can catch all the big games. Be sure to like them on Facebook. Slide into home at the Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti.
Looking for a place to live or grow your business in Kennett? Gardner Properties offers clean, quality residential and commercial rentals with a full-time maintenance crew and monthly inspections to keep everything in top condition. They're known for building and buying to suit new and relocating businesses in the area. Every improvement they make reflects their commitment to keeping the town looking its best. Call 573-752-1442 or stop by 1012 St. Francis Street in Kennett to see what they can do for you.
Both teams are making their way back out of the field here at the half. Kennett leading 18-12. Kelly will get the football to start the third quarter, and Daryl Wilcoxon has her first half stats in this very exciting homecoming matchup.
Absolutely. 18-12, Kennett on top. We're going to run over the stats for the visiting Kelly Hawks first. Their quarterback, Caleb Yount, he ran the ball 4 times for 4 yards. Their big threat was Jonah Worley. He ran it 6 times for 85 yards. And number 25, Jack Hearing, ran it 7 times for 31 yards. Yount also threw 2 for 7, which one of those for 22 yards, but one of those was a 10-yard TD pass. And then the receivers, they had Seth Shackles caught a ball for 10 yards. That was the TD. And then Shepard caught 1 for 7 yards, and Carr caught 1 for 5 yards. Over for the Kennett Indians, they rushed the ball. Jones ran it 6 times for 15 yards. One of that 15 yards was a 13-yard touchdown. Fonda ran it 4 times for 28 yards. Hollywood 1 time for 1 yard, and Cunningham 1 time for -2 yards. In the passing department, Jones was 11 for 15 for 125 yards, including a 20-yard TD pass to Zane Franklin. In the receiving department, D. Anthony caught 2 for 22 yards. Zane Franklin 5 for 87 yards, which 20 of it was a touchdown pass. Hollywood 3 for 22 yards, and don't let that fool you, because near the end, right before we were getting ready to score, a couple of those passes were what helped them gain yardage to get those first downs. And then Cunningham was 1 for -6, which was one that was technically could have been a lateral instead of a pass, but I counted it as a pass, and he lost 6 yards on the play. But the Indians trailed first after a fumble on the initial kickoff, and then, of course, they took it down. Gosh, they used almost 5.5 minutes on the clock, but they scored first. And then Kennett with a 13-yard run to tie it up. And the big play for the Indians so far was Cruz Duffel running it in after a blocked punt. It was 0 time left on the clock in the first quarter. And then the two teams traded touchdowns in the second quarter, and that's where we stand right now, 18-12.
Tell you what, the score the Indians made marching down the field and managing the clock, but that pass, Ty Jones to Zane Franklin, he just got inside the pylon down here in the south end zone, and that was a beauty, and that gives Kennett the 18-12 lead here at the half. Hey, we gave away a couple of Cardinal jerseys this week. I don't know if we still have the logos up there, but let me tell you who won the Cardinal jerseys. But first, thanks to everyone that brought dog food out to Jimmy French's tent and detail shop. And that bus had a lot of dog food in it today. Our Albert Pujols jersey goes to Paula Crawford Gargas. So, Paula, congratulations as we put all the names in the hat. And Paula wins the Albert Pujols blue jersey. And the other winner for the red, the Lou St. Louis Cardinal jersey, goes to Ted Williams. So, Ted Williams, the winner of that. And for Ted, and also to Paula, you can go by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. We'll send you a message, and you can go by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Daryl has those jerseys there with your name on it, and you can pick those up. And again, thanks for bringing the dog food out to help support the Kennett Humane Society and the kennel that is really, really overcrowded, and you have really stepped up big. We started our drive last week. Monty was on the air and pushing for donations. Then we also continued that during our football game. Other scores we'll have for you as we check other scores around the area. Not a big surprise on some of these, as it looks like Scott City and Portageville. That is a little bit of a shocker. Scott City and Portageville tied at 14-all. Caruthersville has taken the lead over Sykeston 28-24. So let me tell you, we don't want you to leave our game. But after our game is over, you can go over to KCRV's streaming platform or listen to them on the radio, 105.1 KCRV, Caruthersville and Sykeston. Now, Scott City and Portageville, they're on Sports Radio KMIS, the KMIS streaming platforms, and on KMIS Radio. That also a good ball game. Cape Central over Poplar Bluff, 7-0, our last score. 14-7. The Mules have overtaken Cape Central, two of Kennett's opponents coming up. Speaking of opponents, Dexter leading East Prairie 16-0. And that scores from around the area. We will take our final halftime break as we get set for the second half. Kelly gets the football. Kennett has the lead, 18-12. Buckle your seatbelts, folks. Should be an exciting second half of football. Homecoming night. And matter of fact, we're going to leave it right here because they're going to tee it up, and we're going to get this thing underway. Great to have you along. Skeeter Hill Sporting Goods, one of our great broadcast sponsors. For well over 60 years, they've been the name to know when it comes to sporting goods. They've been supplying area teams and players for years with the best sports equipment and apparel. Thanks to Roger and Chris and all the great crew at Skeeter Hill Sporting Goods in Kennett. Safe to say, we're seeing a lot of apparel and sporting equipment from Skeeter Hill out on the field here tonight at Metz Cherry Stadium. Good crowd on hand for this homecoming night. Jimbo Kuehlen has had the fireworks going tonight, and we've had fireworks in the first half. Expect more in the second half. Kelly almost at their season average of points in the first half of this one, Daryl, and Kennett with 18. That's a little above their average on the season, so we'll just see how the second half shakes out. Kennett with a turnover on the opening kickoff. But then it was back and forth. Gaddis with the kick. This one's going to take a hop and fumbled. Picked up at the 12. And brought back over to about the 24-yard line. Worley that time with a return and kind of fumbled it, picked it up, and Carson Manley said hello. And the Hawks will take over 1st and 10 from their own 24. Beautiful night, temperatures in the 70s. Morning rain in the area, kind of cooled things off. We had a breeze this afternoon. Just a beautiful homecoming night, 70th anniversary of Kennett football homecoming underway. Here come the Hawks out of the locker room, and their first play of the Third quarter from the line of scrimmage. The quarterback under center, and the tailback gets the carry, and he'll break a tackle and a good gain across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Kennett missed a couple of tackles, and Jonah Worley, who had the opening kickoff, with a nice carry on first down to the 31. 2nd and 3 yards to go for Kelly after a nice first down gain. Several Kelly fans across the way, and I know we have several Kelly fans tuned in to our broadcast as we welcome you to our Kennett Indian broadcast this evening. Second year of the matchup, Kelly and Kennett. Kelly getting the best of it in year one at Kelly. Here's a handoff, and the Powell moves forward for a first down out to the 35-yard line. That'll move the chains. A couple of runs straight up the middle by the Hawks, and that'll be a Kelly Hawk first down on this opening drive of the third quarter.
Well, it's not surprising that they're running the ball as much as they are. They were only 3 of 7 in the passing department in that first half, but they gained quite a bit of yardage on the ground.
Football just across the Kennett 35-yard line. 1st and 10 Hawks. Receiver to the right, a receiver to the left, and once again the quarterback Yount under center with a tailback behind him, fullback in the slot to the left side, and the tailback goes right this time, gets through the initial line of scrimmage before he's upended at about the 41-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 on first down. Hearing that time, the senior running back with a carry, getting way too much yardage right up the middle, Darrell. That's another gain of 5, just right up the gut for the Hawks. Kelly breaks the huddle and back to the line of scrimmage. Caleb Yount this time back under center. Fullback is split to the right of him in the backfield, and now a little draw play to the tailback. Wrapped up and brought down after a gain of maybe 3. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up for the Hawks from the 44 of Kennett. They have to almost get to the 46-yard line to pick up the first down, and a big third down play here. Kelly approaching midfield, the opening drive of the third quarter, and Kennett leads 18-12.
I think they need to bring the house right here and try to push them back. It's probably going to go for 4th down even if they don't make it here, but if you drop them for a loss, maybe not.
Receiver right and left. Quarterback moves back under center. Backs in the eye behind him. Tailback gets it, and it's going to be right about the line to gain. Official on the far side gives him a favorable spot, and Hearing will pick up the first down. Official on the near side, I think, was a little shy of where the football ends up, but that'll move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Hawks as they pick up a couple of first downs on this opening possession of the third quarter. Trailing Kennett 18-12. Again, a receiver right and left. You can't go to sleep on the Hawks because they can throw it. Right now they're running it right down the Indians' throat. Again, they'll hand it off to the tailback, and again they run forward, and this time they get about 12 yards and get another first down as they move into Kennett territory. And the Indians are just going to have to get tougher at that line of scrimmage. Kelly coming out of the locker room saying our offensive line is going to push you around in the second half, and so far that's exactly what they've done. Some big bodies up on that offensive line for Kelly, and they're trying to show their dominance up front because they are just lining up in an I formation with the quarterback under center and running it south to north here in the third quarter. This time the fullback gets the carry. This time the Indians will wrap him up after a short gain. Shackles, the fullback. Gaddis, the middle linebacker, was there for the stop. They will give him a gain of maybe a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Hawks. Football at the Kennett 43-yard line. 7:45 to go, third quarter. So far it's been Hawks, and it's been right up the gut. Again, they have the backs in the eye, one receiver right, one to the left, and Yount, their junior quarterback, moves back under center on 2nd and 9. He looks to throw. Quick pass over the left side. He fumbles it, knocked in the air, and almost picked off by the Indians. The receiver fumbled that one around, and it was up for grabs, intended for Heilman. And there was about 3 black jerseys around it. It's incomplete, and 3rd and 9 coming up for the Hawks with 7:25 to play third quarter. Football at the Kennett 43-yard line. Darrell, it still may be 4-down territory for the Hawks, even across midfield, the way their punting has gone in this ball game. Receiver to the near side, and there's no one covering. Now coming over. Kennett gets the receiver covered as Yount moves under center with a tailback. He drops back. Not much pressure for the Indians. They throw across the middle, pass complete, and that's a first down inside the 30. Good pass play, and the quarterback put it right on the receiver, Caden Shepard. 5'11", 173-pound junior, and that moves the chains for the Hawks, and they have it 1st and 10 on the Kennett 30. Kennett's just not getting pressure up front, Darrell. When they've had success, that's when they've brought some heat. But on this Hawks possession, the offensive line for the Hawks has been controlling the tempo. Man in motion right to left. And the quarterback's going to run a little option, and this is not going to be a good option. He's going to be brought down at 31. Loss of maybe a yard on the play. Yount had nowhere to go. D'Anthony was in there, and one of the Hawks a little bit slow getting up. And now they help the quarterback Yount up. He's okay, but limping just a bit. But he's going to stay in there. Clock is down to 6:20 to go here in the third quarter. Kelly keeping it on the ground in this third quarter and eating up a lot of clock. 18-12, Kennett with a lead on the scoreboard. 2 receivers right. Out of the shotgun, Yount with a running back to his left. Yount looks to throw, throws left, and the pass is caught, but the tackle was made immediately by the Indians. Shackles with a catch. John Baker Brown's been in on some big defensive plays for the Indians, and it's 3rd and 9 for the Hawks from the 29 of Kennett. Well, John Baker made a textbook tackle that time on the receiver, Seth Shackles.
He hit him so well that I thought Shackles wasn't going to hang on to the football.
He did a good job hanging on for a gain of 1. Now they spread receivers out. 3 on the right, 1 on the left. Let's bring some pressure maybe on Yount here. And Kelly will take their first timeout of the second half with 5:16 to play third quarter. 3rd and 9 coming up when we return. Kennett leads 18-12. Back after this.
I'm John Padden with Kennett Trust Bank. As a locally owned bank, we believe great service and competitive rates should always come with a personal touch. Because banking isn't just about numbers, it's about people. From checking and savings accounts to home, auto, commercial, and farm loans, we're ready to help you move forward. With 3 convenient ATMs and online banking at KennettTrustBank.com, managing your money is easier than ever. Kennett Trust Bank is proud to support the Kennett Indians. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bullock Furniture, one of our great broadcast sponsors at 1111 Independence Avenue in Kennett with name brand furniture and home decor for every room in your home. Also get a great selection of appliances that are in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Plus financing is available. See Danny and Carolyn Bullock today at Bullock Furniture. Kelly with a 3rd and 9 after the Hawk timeout. 5:16 to go third quarter. Hawks offensively moving up to the football. Now Kennett out on the field defensively will get set, and a big 3rd down play for the Hawks from the Kennett 29. Yount out of the shotgun, running back to his right, and 4 receivers will go out in the formation. Fakes the handoff, now rolls right, now being pressured, running for his life. And Yount will escape another man, let it fly down the field, and incomplete through the hands of Zach Heilman as Yount was running for his life, and it's 4th and 9 for the Hawks from the 29-yard line of Kennett. No doubt the Hawks are going to go for it here.
Couple of blocks in the back that the flag stayed in the pockets, but thankfully the pass was through the hands of the receiver.
The pressure from Kennett made a difference in that ball game. The junior quarterback was having to scramble for his life. Now 4th and 9. Kennett trying to get the football and stop this opening drive of the third quarter. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Yount out of the shotgun with an empty backfield. Has the snap. Kennett brings some heat on the corner, throws it over the middle. It's picked off by the Indians, but they fall down inside the 5, but nonetheless, it was picked off. Manley picked it off, and I know Carson was thinking, let me run this one back, but in that case, knock it down, and we have a whole lot better field position. But nonetheless, we stop the Hawks, and we have the football, and we will take it. Zenith State Bank with locations in Zenith and Kennett with auto, home, agricultural loans, locally owned, where they make all their decisions locally. Visit them online at zenithstatebank.com. Zenith State Bank, banking made simple. Member FDIC. Here comes Ty Jones, senior quarterback for the Indians, and the Indians are backed up as they take over 1st and 10 from about their 3-yard line. Watch out, fellas. Dangerous territory here. Hawks will probably pin their ears back. A tight formation for the Indians. Jones awaits the snap, has the snap, hands it left side. Little running room around the corner. Positive gain for the Indians. Cad Cunningham, the 5'8", 160-pound junior, will pick up maybe 4 yards on the play. 2nd and a long 6 for the Indians. That gives them a little more real estate to work with. Football at about the 7-yard line, I do believe. Call it 2nd and 7. Indians out of the huddle. 12 seconds on the play clock. Now they put 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. Jones out of the shotgun with 4 seconds, with 3. Takes the snap, and the handoff goes straight ahead. Spinning, fighting forward, not much yardage. And that'll bring up 3rd down as the Indians got out to about the 10-yard line. They're going to need 4 on 3rd down to move the chains. Not a surprise, Kennett, a little conservative with the play calls here. Darrell backed up inside their own 10, but now they have it at the 10, and a 3rd down coming up. 3rd and about 4 coming up for the Indians. Jones with a play call. 14 seconds on the play clock and 3:30 on the game clock remaining in the 3rd quarter. Kennett up 18-12 and a big 3rd and 4 for the Indians here. Jones under center, and whistles will blow, and a procedure penalty, and that'll back them up. Boy, that's a killer, Darrell. You needed 4 yards, now you're going to need 9. And not only that, Kelly's going to be coming after the Kennett punter if we have to punt it away. Kennett has not punted yet in this ball game, by the way, but they are in danger here. 3rd down, and you can call it 8 for the Indians. Fonda comes out of the ball game. D. Anthony comes on the field for Kennett. Does Kennett dare throw it here? And I would say they probably will. 3 receivers left, or right, 1 to the left. Jones out of the shotgun, has pressure up the middle, has time, throws it complete. Passes for 1st down out to the 15-yard line, right on number 3, Zane Franklin's number. Zane turned, just set in a soft spot of that zone, and Ty Jones put it right on the numbers. Big 1st down conversion there for the Indians. Well, that's what we didn't see from Ty Jones last year, Darrell. He was dancing around too much. He sat in that pocket and waited for his receiver to open up and put it right where he needed it.
I think last year he was just a little bit afraid of getting hit. This year, not so much. He knows how to take the hit, but he knows he can stay in the pocket and find a receiver.
Under center is Jones. Hollywood in motion. Hollywood gets a carry, gets through the line of scrimmage, tries to turn the corner. They have him by the arm, and they drag him down after a gain of maybe 2. If Antonio could have broke one more tackle, he was going to have a big gain, but nonetheless a positive gain, maybe 3 yards on the play for the Indians. 2nd and 7 for Kennett as this 3rd quarter flying by as we're inside of 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Kennett leading 18-12. That was our halftime score, and Kennett's first drive of the second half here after a lengthy, time-consuming drive by the Hawks. 14 seconds on the play clock, and Jones races back in. He's in the huddle, breaks the huddle, now to the line of scrimmage with 6 seconds on the play clock. He looks back with 4 on the play clock. Ty takes the snap, and he runs the quarterback draw, and he's tripped up. Gets positive yardage of about 1, and that's about it. That quarterback draw, Kelly has really played it well. That's going to bring up third down, and the Indians are going to need a full 6 yards once again to move the chains. Football just right on the 19-yard line of Kennett. Still deep in their own territory here on this drive. A big third down conversion, Jones to Franklin.
Flag on the field they hadn't picked up.
Now Jones out of the shotgun. Twins right, 1 to the left. Jones again sets up, throws over the middle, has a receiver, and it's complete to Antonio Flakes, his big tight end, out to the 40-yard line. Antonio stays on his feet and throws off a couple of Hawks, and that's a big, big gain out to the Kennett 40, and that'll move the chains and another big third down conversion. This is the type of drive that will break a team's back.
Absolutely, especially taking that much time, and if they do go on down and score, that would, I'm not going to say it's going to seal it, but it sure is going to make it a lot better for the Indians.
Jones back out. He will have to run one more play here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the Kennett 40 after a couple of big third down conversions. A back in the backfield, Jones under center. Anthony now in a slot, and he'll pitch it out to the back. Running hard, running over a Hawk, and that's going to be a gain of about 5 or 6 yards for the Indians. And Cad Cunningham. Boy, Cad's kind of turned into the bruiser, hasn't he? He likes to run over people. And there's the horn that ends the third quarter. We are still 18-12. Kennett with a 6-point lead as we go to the fourth quarter. An illegal shift against Kennett, so there's a penalty on the play. Boy, that one came in late.
Very late.
I didn't see where that one, but an illegal shift against Kennett. Let's see if the quarter. So that will conclude the third quarter, 18-12 as we go to the fourth quarter. And we'll tell you the down and distance when we start the fourth quarter right after this timeout.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
I guess you forgot to call Duncan Sheet Metal about the furnace, huh?
What was your first clue? It's still warm right now, but don't get left in the cold this winter. Now is the time to call Jerry Duncan with Duncan Sheet Metal. If it's time to replace that old furnace, let Duncan Sheet Metal install a new energy-efficient unit that will save you money and keep you warm for years to come. Call Duncan Sheet Metal today, 888-6447. Wishing all the Kennett Indians the best of luck.
Well, that final play of the third quarter was a 5-yard penalty against Kennett, so it's 1st and 15 for the Indians from their own 35. They have to get to the midfield stripe to pick up a first down, and they have a full set of downs as it's first down here. Jones moves under center, back in the backfield. Pitch it to the back, and running left is Cunningham with blockers in front. Cad runs over a defender and gets out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 13 on first down, just power running over the left side. And it's 2nd and short for the Indians. 2nd and 2 for the Indians from the 48.
That was 6 more yards than he got on the one that he took away from him with the bad call.
Good blocking in front of Cad, so we want to mention that as well. And Cunningham's becoming the bruiser out there as the running back position. Now Jones under center, tailback behind him. They need 2 yards, and whistles will stop this one. And I think we may have Kennett again with an offside penalty. Somebody lined up offsides. That's a 5-yard penalty. Coach Wyatt hadn't had a lot of penalties from his team in this ball game, but we've had a couple of costly ones here just recently. So now it's 2nd down and 7. Boy, that 2nd and 2 is such a good down and distance, right shy of midfield. Now at the 43-yard line of Kennett, it's 2nd and 7. Probably changes the play call, but not drastically. We just don't want to make another mistake. Fonda comes out now as running back. Somebody just lined up offside on that play. 3 receivers to the right. Jones out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, rolls right, throws right, has a receiver, passes complete, and dancing at midfield. Should have enough for the first down. Hang on to it and blow the whistle. There you go. Didn't see who the receiver was out there, but it will be a Kennett first down. D. Anthony that time. D hanging on. Hawks trying to strip it out of there, and they'll put the ball down at midfield and move the chains. A Kennett Indian first down. Pickup of about 7.5 yards there. 11 minutes to play in the ball game. Kennett leading 18-12 and on the move at midfield on their opening drive of the third quarter. Yes, each team has had a possession so far in this third quarter. A bunched up formation for the Indians with a tailback getting the pitch. And here is Cunningham looking for room, seeing jerseys, but turns the corner and gets some positive yardage. And Cunningham does a little tap dance on the bench on the sideline and gains 2 on the play. It looked like it could have been a loss of 2 or 3 that time, Darryl.
Yeah, I kept waiting on him to cut up the field, and he kept coming toward the sideline. I thought, but he ended up getting 2. So
we didn't have the blocking in front of Cad that time. They had been blowing the opponents off the ball about 5 or 6 yards, and Cad could really pick up a lot of steam. Franklin and Anthony out to the right in formation. Tight end Flakes to the left. Jones will hand it to the tailback. Breaks a tackle and rumbling forward. Nice run by Antonio Hollywood, the sophomore. And he's going to have a first down to the 40-yard line of Kelly. So move the chains again. 10:36 to play in the ball game.
First and 10 from the Kelly 40-yard line.
Big Kennett crowd being entertained here this evening. Nail biter for fans for Kelly and also Kennett. Kelly with a good crowd across the way on a beautiful night for football and homecoming night for the Indians. 40 yards away for the Indians as they send 2 to the right and the back's in the eye behind Jones under center. And Hollywood gets the carry and loses a yard. Good penetration right up the middle by Seth Shackles, one of the defensive linemen. That'll be a loss of 1, 2nd and 11 for the Indians. Shackles just beat his defender up front. He's a fullback offensively, defensive lineman. When they're out defensively in the formation. 10 minutes to play in the football game. Jones with the play call, huddled up. Indians break the huddle. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 11. A back to the right of Jones, and he's going to have to hurry. 3 seconds, and the snap goes through his hands. He picks it up, falls on it, but a big loss on the play. Kennett just didn't seem like they were ready to get that play underway, Darryl, and might have rushed it a bit.
Should have called a timeout and set everything back up.
Well, that's a loss all the way back to the 48-yard line, and Jones goes down after the tackle. Looks like he has a cramp, but they will have to take Jones out of the ball game on a 3rd and super long, and that's really tough when you have a backup quarterback that's going to have to come in and take over this offense after the quarterback goes down. Sophomore Sam Porterfield is the backup quarterback as they're trying to stretch out Ty with the cramp. Luckily, it's only a cramp, but it's a terrible time to have a 3rd and about 22.
3rd and 22, and your quarterback with a cramp, which means you're going to bring in your backup quarterback. But I was watching Sam Porterfield throw the football in practice before the game. He can throw that ball.
Sam's a good athlete. Coach said, well, Sam is just super smart. He hasn't had a lot of varsity playing experience, so that's where Sam, because it's basically been Ty Jones for a while. They're still trying to stretch Ty out. Hopefully they can get him loosened up. And Sam Porterfield will probably come on and try to guide this offense on a 3rd and 22. Now they're trying to help Ty up. Boy, just one little awkward hit or something, and those legs will lock up.
They brought him a bottle of pickle juice, I see.
So here we go, Indians with 9:28 to play in the football game, up 18-12. And Kennett will huddle up with the coaches, see what the play call is. There's not a good play call for a 3rd and 22, especially when you have a quarterback that's been over on the sideline. And here come the Indians. Sam Porterfield, the quarterback. Cad Cunningham will be the running back for the Indians. Receivers 2 to the left, 1 to the right. I would expect a run play here, even with a 3rd and 22. Hollywood in motion. They hand it to Hollywood on the jet sweep. Hollywood turns the corner and upended at about the 46-yard line, so it's 4th down and about 17 for the Indians. Ty Jones is also the punter, so Ty is coming back out on the field, but he's probably going to be asked to punt this ball away. 18-12, Kennett with the lead, but going to have to give it back to the Hawks here. Hold your breath, folks. Huring is the punt return man for the Hawks. Kennett had a man uncovered on the left side if they could have snapped the ball to Jones. They get the punt away. A low punt is going to be taken by Huring, and Kennett's going to grab him immediately and bring him down at the 19-yard line. Good coverage, and Jones is going to limp over to the sideline. Austin Gaddis really hustling downfield, made a nice defensive play. So here come the Hawks with 8:32 to go in the ball game. Indians trying to get a stop here, get the ball back. A promising drive, and it ends up with a punt. Kennett's first punt of the ball game. 8:32 to play. Kelly still with 2 timeouts and down by 6. Inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Receiver right and left and back under center. The quarterback, tailback gets the carry, and again breaks tackles. Boy, he's breaking tackles at the line of scrimmage, and that lets him gain about 7 yards on the play. Jonah Worley, just a sophomore. He's a powerful runner. Gets out to the 28-yard line. It's 2nd and a short 2 for the Hawks from the 28. See if Kennett can make some stops here. Get the ball back. Again under center with the backs in the eye, and again the tailback gets it. The flag comes in. This is going to be a hold, and this will back them up 10 yards, and that's exactly what the Indians needed. Somebody held up front. So this will back up the Hawks, and that's a big, big penalty on the Hawks there. Kennett had their own mistakes on their drive, but this will back them up 10 yards from the point of the foul. That'll make it about 7 and 10. Football back at the 19-yard line. Now 7:50 to go in the ball game. Kelly trailing by 6. Receiver to the right, receiver to the left, and again the quarterback under center. Tailback and a fullback and a backfield. This time the Indians there defensively for no gain. Good job up front. Boy, that is a nice play. Gaddis, one of those in there, and also in there for the Indians was Elijah Covington, the sophomore. A couple of linebackers stepping up, and it's 3rd and 9. Kelly from their own 20. 9 o'clock, and one of the biggest plays in the ball game coming up right here. Kelly trailing by 6. They have 2 timeouts remaining. 14 seconds on the play clock. Hawks to the line of scrimmage, and Kelly will take a timeout, and they will take time to talk this one over. Not a surprise there. We will take a break as well. 7 minutes to play. Kennett leads 18-12. A 3rd and 9 from the Kelly 20 when we return right after this.
The City of Kennett is a proud supporter and booster of Kennett Indian sports and congratulates the coaches, players, and fans on another exceptional year. Recognition is in order for Mayor Jay Crafton, the Kennett City Council, and City Administrator, along with the department heads, City Hall staff, and all employees of the City of Kennett. Everyone is extremely proud of your accomplishments and wishes continued success. Good luck, Indians, from the City of Kennett.
Great group of Kennett Indian sponsors, and one of those new sponsors that we have is Southeast Missouri State University. I'm flanked by Red Hawks up here in the booth tonight. All three?
No, not me.
No? Okay.
My two brothers were.
Here we go. 3rd and 9 for the Hawks from their own 20. 7 minutes to play and trailing by 6. Receivers left and right, one apiece. And the out under center. Fullback to his left, back in the backfield. They need 9 yards, and they look to throw. Sets up, throws it, airs it out. Down the field, this one's underthrown, picked off at midfield by the Indians. That's going to be a flag on the Indians, an illegal block. So all of this is coming back, but it will not take away the penalty. Indians had an illegal block, a crackback block, and this is going to be a big penalty against the Indians. But they might have a hit out of bounds. Did they throw a penalty on that one? So a couple of penalties. I was looking back as one of the Kelly players. That's Seth Shackles. He's been in on a lot of plays. He's just a little slow getting up. So the officials will sort it out. Looks like a late hit on Kelly and an illegal block by Kennett after the interception. The fouls came after the interception. It's a hold against Kennett and a crackback block against Kennett. So 2 penalties against Kennett on the play.
Right.
And Kelly, now they're getting Coach White an explanation.
They're telling the officials, hey, you got the wrong one on that last one.
Yeah, maybe the official shook his head, but I don't know. Let's see what they do here. Well, Darryl will know when they put the old football on the turf.
All right, now they're counting it off the right way.
Okay, now they say Kennett football, and it looks like at the 38-yard line of Kelly. 38-yard line will be the line of scrimmage. Now they're just now setting the change. We have 6:50 to play in the ball game.
Seems like an eternity on a game like this.
Ooh. But we're not that far away from the end zone, Darryl, and going 2 scores ahead in this ball game would be big. Here's the Kennett offense with senior quarterback Ty Jones. Out of the shotgun. Ty takes the snap, and he's running again. Following blockers and a good gain on first down to about the 32. Well, they went to the senior quarterback with a keeper following his blockers and gets down to the 32. What that does, it keeps the clock running as we're down to 6:30 to play in the ball game. Kelly down to 1 timeout remaining. 2nd and 5 for the Indians after a nice run by the senior quarterback, Cad Cunningham. Running back comes on for Kennett. Nick Fonda will come off on this 2nd and 5 play. Kennett breaks the huddle, 10 seconds on the play clock. Fullback is Maddox Childress. Jones under center, and the handoff goes to the bruiser, Cad Cunningham, and Cad. Did he drop the football? Boy, they're running in there like he might have fumbled that ball. I don't see a celebration from Kelly players. So he got down to about the 30. That's where they're all piled up. I don't see an indication. Nope, nobody's celebrating, so Kennett maintains possession. And it's 3rd down now for the Indians. And After they put the sticks down, it's going to be 3rd and 2, and no doubt 4-down territory for the Indians from the Kelly 30, leading by 6. Hang on to that football, fellas. Don't have a penalty. We don't want the penalty here. First down will eat up a lot more clock. Kennett up by 6 and on their drive. 2 receivers left. Fullback to the left to Jones under center, and a tailback in the backfield again is Cunningham. And the pitch to Cunningham following that's blockers. Cad will have the first down. Cunningham gets to the 24-yard line. Again, those blockers out on the corner doing a great job. And you know, Darryl, that's those receivers who line up in that formation, and they are really doing a good job blocking on the corners.
They're doing a better job blocking on the outside there than the linemen are doing a job blocking.
Well, that moves the chains. Kennett with the ball just inside the Kelly 25-yard line, and the clock has just went under 5 minutes to play here. 18-12, Indians with a lead, and a 1st and 10. From the Kelly 25, Jones out of the shotgun. Fonda, the running back, to his right. Jones again keeps it, gets through the line of scrimmage, carries a man, and dives close to the 20 on the play. And we may have a late hit on the play on Kelly, and that would be big for the Indians. Ty picked up about 4 yards on the play. Tad saying they hit the Kennett quarterback after he was down. Unsportsmanlike conduct. A late hit against Kelly. And that'll be a big one. They'll mark it toward the Kelly goal line. Give Kennett a fresh set of downs.
That plays good for Indian. First down.
Football appears to be at the 11, just outside the 10-yard line. So not a 1st and goal, but inside the Baker Implement Case IH red zone here. Indians up by 6 with 4:30 and the clock running here in the 4th quarter. Trying to tack on more points. Indians huddled up, breaking the huddle with 12 seconds. Now a tight formation. Fonda the back in the backfield. Jones under center, pitches it to Fonda. Fonda has to fight forward and just gets inside the 10. A very short gain that time. Nick had to scramble just to get back to the line of scrimmage and might have picked up about the length of the football on that play. Call it 2nd and 10 for the Indians, but not a negative play, and we're inside of 4 minutes to play in the ball game. Hollywood comes in. The sophomore. He's the speedster. Anthony comes out of the ball game. D, the senior. Z receiver.
I'd like to see a pass to the corner to Zane Franklin.
I don't think we're going to throw it. I bet we run it again here. 3.5 minutes to play. And Jones takes the snap, inside handoff. They try to turn the quarter. They do, and they get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indians. Antonio Hollywood, the speedster. I said they put him in, the sophomore. Man, once he turned the corner, he was into the end zone for a T.R. Baker touchdown, and that puts the Indians up by 12 with 3:25 to play in the ball game. 2-point conversion would make it a 14-point lead, and no doubt the Indians are going to go for it. Darryl, I agree with you. I think we could have threw it there and had success.
But I like what we did.
But if we came down short, the clock keeps running anyway. But nonetheless, we don't have to worry about that, as Antonio Hollywood solved all issues for the Indians. 2-point conversion coming up here for the Indians, trying to make it a 14-point lead. Jones under center. Fonda the tailback. Duffel the blocking back. A little confusion, and Jones scrambles, throws, corner of the end zone, and is it complete?
Oh, no, he says no.
Nope, he didn't get his feet down. We're going to try seeing a replay here if you're watching our video. Going up in slow motion, and he came down inbounds, as you see on our instant replay. His right leg was dragging, as you saw on the instant replay, but it's still a Kennett 12-point lead with 3:25 to play. 30-second break. Kelly gets it, a thriller on homecoming night. Back after this.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Call Jay Ward or Jack Giles in Portageville at 573-379-3461.
A lot of good games around the area this evening. I'm not sure you're going to find a better one than what we have here at Metz Stadium. And with 3:25 to play, Kelly with one timeout remaining, down by 12, and they get the football after the Kennett score. Good coverage on the kickoff is important for Kennett. A good return by Kelly is important, trying to get good field position because they need to score in a hurry. Try to get the football back. This high kick angles toward the near side. Taken at the 14. Straight up the middle of the field and a big gain across the 40 out to about the 43. And the return man, Jonah Worley, he's been a do-it-all player for the Kelly Hawks. And another injured player with a cramp is Gaddison. He hops up. Austin says, I'm not coming out of the ball game. 44-yard line, that's where the Hawks have it with 3:17 to play in the ball game. 1st and 10 from their own 44. Caleb Yount, their quarterback. They're going to send 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. One of their men just went off the field on the far side that was huddled up. Now they're going to throw, and they throw it over the middle, and the pass is complete for a big gain in the Indian territory and all the way down to about the 32-yard line. Griffin Pass, he's a senior on this Kelly team, and that was a big, big completion. Hollywood starts to come on. Now he heads off the field. Again, 5 receivers in the formation, and here's Yount. A lot of time to throw this time. Steps up, throws over the middle, another completion at the 10, down to the 5, and they bring the receiver down at the 5, and just like that, Kelly has it on the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. They run 2 plays and move it all the way down the field. Kennett leading by 12, and this is taking no time off the clock. 2:40 and the clock running. 1st and goal from the 5 are the Hawks. Again, Yount out of the shotgun. This time getting pressure, rolls right, and he is hit hard but gets into the end zone for the score. Well, that took 3 plays, I believe, Darryl.
Wow.
3 plays, and there's still 2:30 to play in the ball game. So don't ever count the Hawks out, and they're going to go for the 2-point conversion, and this is big. This is where that 2-point conversion that should have been 2 for Kennett, that was ruled out of the back of the end zone, could really hurt the Indians. 2:30 to play, Hawks with 1 timeout. And a 2-point conversion. 24-18, Kennett with a lead. Hawks a little bit of confusion now. A receiver moves from the left to the right. Yount, the quarterback. Steps, throws, and the pass is incomplete. Broken up by the Indians. Good job defensively by the Indians. Getting a hand, John Baker Brown. That junior has been all over the field. 2:30 to play in the ball game. Kennett still up by 6. We get the football when we return on homecoming night to Metz Stadium right after this.
Good luck to all area teams from Danny Glass, your Pemiscot-Dunklin Electric Co-op Director for District 1. Danny Glass knows that participating in high school sports plays a huge role in developing the leaders of tomorrow. That's why Danny Glass is glad to help boost high school sports in this area as a sports booster. Again, good luck to all area high school teams from Danny Glass, your Pemiscot-Dunklin Electric Co-op Director for District 1.
Appreciate Danny Glass, one of our great broadcast sponsors. Danny is with us year in and year out as well. Has the sod farms, Danny Glass Farms. If you need gravel or chat, Danny can do that as well. Also on the Pemiscot-Dunklin Electric board of directors. Busy man and big sports fan around Southeast Missouri. Indians get the football and hopefully in good field position. They're going to have an onside kick here, so the good hands team is up front for the Indians. And here it comes. It will not. It goes out of bounds at midfield. Kennett will take the ball this time, Darrell. They're going to have really good field position. I don't think they're going to back them up 5 yards. We don't want to have another onside
kick. I wouldn't
kick.
Want that. I'd just say, let's take the football where it went out.
Yeah. Procedure penalty.
Decline.
So they will mark the 5 yards, and Kennett will take it, I think, with a 5-yard mark off. So it's going to be the 44-yard line of Kelly, and that's where Kennett takes over. I'll take it.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Sounds like a winner.
Yeah, it kept bouncing around.
If it had a few more feet to the width of the field, it had gone 10 yards.
Well, Indians need to hang on to the football and pick up a couple of first downs here. Kelly can stop it one time with a timeout. From the Kelly 44, Kennett starts this drive. 2 receivers left and the backs in the eye. You can look at a heavy dose of running attack from the Indians here. Kelly crowds the line of scrimmage. Jones hands it off to the tailback. And nothing there. No gain as Kelly defensively up front stopped Nick Fonda for no gain. And Kelly will burn their last timeout with 2:23 to play. Kennett leads 24-18. Back with the conclusion of this right after this break.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 First Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians.
Harris Pharmacy, another one of our great sponsors. We appreciate Darren Harris and all of his great staff at Harris Pharmacy. Big Kennett Indian supporters. Indians with a 2nd and 11. So they lost a yard on that first down play. Football at the 45-yard line. 2:23 to play in the ball game. Kelly marched it down in 3 plays to pull within 6 points of Kennett. Now Kennett with the ball in Kelly territory. Their second play here, trying to ice this one away if they can get a few first downs. Hollywood in motion on the jet sweep, gets the carry, breaks 1 tackle, and just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Kennett trying to play it safe and keep that clock running. That'll run 40 more seconds off the clock, but now it's going to be 3rd down and 12 for the Indians. I don't know about you, Darrell, but I don't want to give Kelly the football again in this ball game.
I don't want them to have it back at all. Let's do whatever we need to keep that football. And at this point, throwing it is not it. We've got to get some yardage on the run.
3rd and 12, 10 seconds on the play clock, 1:40 on the game clock, and Kennett leading 24-18. Out of the shotgun is Ty Jones. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. And now Coach Wyatt will take a timeout as the clock ticks down to 0. Good timeout for Coach Wyatt with 1:30 to play. 3rd and 12 coming up when we return with Kennett leading 24-18. Back after this.
Here is a little reminder from your friends at Peltz Title. When it's time to buy property, sell some property, or refinance a loan that involves property, don't forget those parts of the transaction that absolutely have to be done right. The preparation for closing and the closing itself. If you are a buyer, you want the confidence that title insurance from Peltz Title will give you. Are you the seller? You need to be sure that the promised proceeds are where they are supposed to be. Request Peltz and let the experts at Peltz Title close your deal.
1:30 to play in the 4th quarter, and Kennett leads 24-18. Kennett coaches huddled up with their offensive football team right near the 40-yard line. Kennett will have it 3rd and 12 from the 46 of Kelly. Kelly out of timeouts. A first down here by Kennett, even if it's on a fourth down play, would seal the ball game. Dare Kennett throw it on a 4th and 12 with Kelly out of timeouts. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. The senior, Ty Jones, sends Fonda out of the backfield. They're going to throw a screen pass, and it's dropped. Zane Franklin had it on his fingertips. He was looking where to go, and Kelly's going to get it just shy of midfield. No, now it's 4th down. Oh, and Zane, he had the first down.
Oh, yeah.
So now it's 4th down. So Kennett can still punt it away. And the defense is going to have to win this ball game for us, Darryl. That's all you have to say. But first, we have to get this punt away. Our quarterback, Jones, stands at his own 40-yard line. Some confusion for Kelly. They have some players going off. Now they have some players coming back on. Let's snap this thing, boys. Now Kelly gets set, and now we're ready to snap it. Good snap, pressure coming, and Jones gets it away. High punt, taken, dropped by Kelly, picked up by Kennett. They scramble for it, still on the turf, and Kennett gets the football. Kennett comes up with the muff punt and falling on it. Who else? Senior Austin Gaddis with another huge play for the Indians. That will make homecoming taste a lot better. A little Hawk revenge from last year's beating at Kelly. Now Kennett with 1:17 to play and Kelly out of timeouts.
Well, I'd say take a knee.
I bet you that's what we do about 3 times. Tad says, I think I'd throw it. Hey, the victory formation is a very pleasing formation to get in.
Well, they've got to
The officials are talking it over here. I don't know what they're talking about, but we will see. I didn't see any flags on the play, and it's strange. Well, this is going to take some explanation. Kelly's coach came out. Now the officials are going to change everything over here. Well, let's see what they're going to do. Maybe they're going to punt again. Oh, this is crazy. What in the world? They were out of timeouts.
They didn't have a timeout.
They're out of timeouts.
They couldn't call a timeout.
So Kennett's going to have to punt it again. What in the world is going on with this crew? They are over there talking, but they have blown so many calls in this ballgame. I have never seen one like that. The offense and defenses were going out. Now the officials are coming back over. I don't think they still know what's going on.
No, what are they?
Yeah, we're going to have to punt it. Sure enough.
This is crazy.
What in the world? Well, Jones stands at his 42-yard line, trying to get another punt away. He gets the snap. He gets the punt away. This one's a high punt. It's going to land. It's going to roll inside the 10 and down near the 5, and that's where the Indians will touch it with 1:06 to play.
I would have just circled that thing and not touched it until the officials decide to blow the whistle.
Well, Kelly's got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I think there was a movie that used that.
I like that show. Burt Reynolds and Jerry Reed.
24-18, Kennett with the lead, Hawks with the ball. And I'm not comfortable, even though the Hawks are 95 yards away from tying this ball game.
I don't know what in those guys' minds thought they needed to bring it back, but when they brought it back, I'm thankful that they didn't decide to put time back on the clock.
Now Kennett in a prevent defense. Kelly out of the shotgun. They look to throw it out in the flat, and the pass is dropped. 1:02 to play in the ball game. It's 2nd and 10 for the Hawks from the 7. That's where the football is. Well, the clock will stop. 1:02 to play in the ball game. If Kelly is tackled in bounds, they have to hurry. If they get a first down, the clock will stop until they get up and get the ball set. And the chains moved. 2 receivers near side, 3 receivers far side. Yount, the quarterback. We need to sack this guy, Indians. 3-man rush. Now they bring the pressure, and the Indians are going to get him. And the safety will about do it, baby. This is going to be a homecoming victory for the Indians. And what a rush that time by the Indians. And Cruz Duffel, the sophomore. Fireworks go off, and the Indians lead 26-18, and they get the football back after the safety. Woo! It went right down to the wire, Darryl. 93 yards away, and I'm holding my breath. But we brought the heat. Duffel got the sack. The ball popped out, and Kennett gets the safety.
Well, you had to hold your breath because you're not sure what that officiating crew is going to do.
I've
never seen anything like it.
Yeah, we're probably going to have another onside kick with 55 seconds to play. The good news is that safety gives us a little bit of cushion, 26-18. So now Kelly, trailing by 8, they would need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now the officials are racing back along the far side, and here we go for the onside kick once again.
I think they're going to look at their rule books.
Onside kick will come from the 20. All Kennett has to do is fall on the football with 55 seconds to play. And
offside.
Kennett takes a timeout. So Kennett takes the timeout here. They will have 1 remaining, and we will have an offside kick. Don't go away, folks. We're back with a conclusion. Kennett up by 8. Back right after this.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics the same way we've supported our customers and the community for 85 years. Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938. Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the football field and in your field.
All right, folks. I think I warned everybody to fasten their seatbelts when we started the second half. I hope you still have your seatbelt on because we have 55 seconds remaining. Kennett with an 8-point lead. And Kelly will attempt an onside kick from their own 20-yard line. Ball game if Kennett falls on the football. If Kelly gets the football, keep the safety belts on. This has been a fun one. Kennett took the timeout, kind of see the alignment of Kelly, and here we go. Onside kick, and they pooch it. And it's going to be taken by Kennett, and they're just going to fall on it. A smart play at the 48-yard line. Hollywood that time, and that was a smart play by Antonio Hollywood. All we wanted to do was get the football. Kelly cannot stop the clock, and now Kennett can take some knees. I'm really surprised they didn't onside kick that one, Darryl, but I don't know. Maybe they thought they could pooch it over the front line and get somebody down there and fall on it. Now Kennett will get in the victory formation. Jones, the senior quarterback, takes the snap and takes a knee. Kennett fans come to their feet. We'll have to do this one more time, and then they're going to shoot the fireworks here at Metz Cherry Stadium on homecoming night. Indians leading 26-18. All right, one more knee as Jones goes under center from midfield, takes the snap, takes the knee, and that's the ball game. 26-18. Kennett defeats the Kelly Hawks. We'll take a break, check the final totals and some other exciting games going on. We'll check those scores as well when our post-game show continues or begins from Metz Cherry Stadium. Kennett wins 26-18. Back after this.
Ready to level up your entertainment? Head to the Kennett bowling lanes. Bowl a few frames. Lace up your skates. Dive into laser tag or rack up points in the arcade. There's something for everyone. And don't forget, Kennett Bowling Lanes has some of the best food around, so bring your appetite too. Fun, games, and great eats all under one roof at 1315 St. Francis in Kennett. That's Kennett Bowling Lanes, where the fun never stops.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Please pass the hot sauce. No, none of that watered down ketchup. Give me the heat.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Next stop,
Spicy City. Helping spicy grandmas and everybody else.
Looking for a great day on the greens? The Kennett Country Club invites you to play on one of the best-kept courses in the region. Open to green fee players with cart rentals available. You'll enjoy a smooth round with your friends. And after your game, grab a bite at the Club Golf Restaurant. Check out our Tuesday through Thursday lunch specials or the Sunday lunch buffet. And for the best value, ask about the great membership plans. The Kennett Country Club. Great golf, great food, and great times.
Eat, play, and have a blast at Let's Roll Paragould. From bowling, duck pin, and laser tag to 45 arcade games and a full restaurant, Let's Roll Paragould is packed with fun for everyone. Both alleys feature state-of-the-art NeoSurf systems. And with over 50 TVs, you won't miss a second of your favorite game. Visit Let'sRollParagould.com for birthday packages, daily specials, group deals, or to reserve your lane. Let's Roll Paragould, 2707 West Kings Highway in Paragould, where good times roll 7 days a week.
Indians get the homecoming victory 26-18, and you hear the fireworks exploding here at Metz Cherry Stadium. Players celebrating the victory. Cartwheels out on the field by the Indians. And, boy, I tell you, it's a lot easier when you win these ball games than lose them. But it was a lot of excitement at homecoming night, and started back early in the week. I know Coach Wyatt has to prepare his team with all the homecoming activities and some of those distractions from a normal football week, but the guys came out after fumbling the opening kickoff. They really took control and went back and forth in this ball game, and Kelly never gave up. It went right down to the wire. Kelly finally, deep in their own territory, ran out of options, and Kennett gets the victory 26-18. Daryl's adding the totals, and I think he about has them. So here's our final stats in tonight's ball game.
For the Kelly Hawks, their quarterback Yunt ran the ball 6 times for 7 yards, threw it 6 times for 13 yards. 6 for 13 for 96 yards. He had threw 2 touchdowns. Also running the ball for the Kelly Hawks, number 11, Jonah Worley. He had 10 carries for 103 yards. Hearing had 11 carries for 52 yards. Shackles 1 for 1 yard. In the receiving department, Shackles was 1 for 10 yards. Shepard 1 for 7 yards. Carr 1 for 5 yards. And then there was number 6 who came in late in the game for them, Griffin Pass, and he caught 2 for 61 yards. Over for the Kennett Indians, Jones rushed it 10 times for 11 yards. Fonda 6 times for 27 yards. Hollywood 7 for 26. Cunningham 7 for 29 yards. In the passing department, Jones was 14 of 19 for 162 yards. In the receiving department, Anthony was 3 with 29 yards, 6 receptions for 97 yards for Franklin, 3 for 22 yards for Hollywood. Cunningham had 1 again for -6, and Flakes had 1 in that second half for 20 yards. And that is pretty much the stats.
I know Coach Wyatt was wanting the Indians to be able to run the football a little better, but Still not a ton of offense running the ball, but thank goodness for the passing game, as Jones was effective moving the ball with the pass, and that opened up some things for our running backs. And an exciting ball game with Kennett getting the victory 26-18. Next up, it's one more home game before we go on the road for 3. Next week, it's East Prairie coming to Kennett. And, of course, we'll have the broadcast. And Coach Joel Wyatt will have comments on his coach's show coming up next Friday about this week's game. And then talking about the East Prairie Eagles, who will be coming to town. Let me check the final scores around the area. Caruthersville continues their great play this season. They 56-42 over Sykeston. And let's see. That was just back and forth. Scott City and Portageville. Looks like Scott City 28, Portageville 22. Monty just sending that as a final score. Cardinals with a 7-1 win over Brewers, which will not help the Cardinals' hopes. Father Tolton 45-6, our last score there. And Poplar Bluff 14-7 over Cape Central. I don't think that's a final yet. Maybe. New Madrid County Central last report leading Herman 16-6. So that's other scores around the area. Special thanks to Tad Jones setting up our video and audio equipment here at Metz Cherry Stadium on the homecoming night. Daryl Wilcoxon doing his color commentary and stats for us during our ball game this evening. And I'm Perry Jones. We couldn't do it without Monty Lyons back getting all of our radio stations on the air. We appreciate Monty's help and couldn't do it without our great sponsors. So we want to thank all of our sponsors and a new one coming on tonight, Southeast Missouri State University. You're about to hear all of our other sponsors coming up in just a moment as the Indians win it on homecoming night 26-18. We'll talk to you again next week, Metz Cherry Stadium, as East Prairie comes to town. Once again, 28-6 our final. Kennett with a win, going 2-2 on the season. More Kennett Indian football next Friday night against the Eagles. So long for now.
This has been Kennett Indian Football. This broadcast presented by NEA Baptist, Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, and Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Radio and video sponsors include the City of Kennett, Peltz, McMullen, Edgington, and Morgan Law Firm, Kennett City Light, Gas, and Water, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Kennett Trust Bank, Duncan Sheet Metal, Harris Pharmacy, Glen Sane Motors, Dubs Clothing, the Kennett Country Club, Dunklin County Presiding Commissioner Don Collins, Southern Bank, Pemiscot Dunklin Director Danny Glass, Patterson Auto Sales, District 150 State Representative Cameron Bunning Parker, Crow Reynolds Shetley and McVeigh Law Firm, the Kennett Schools, FM Bank, Kennett Bowling Lanes, Home Plate Bar and Grill, Let's Roll Paragould, Gardner Properties, Let's Eat Paragould, and by Gardner Construction. Radio sponsors include Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Zenith State Bank, Bullock Furniture, American Elite Realty, First State Community Bank, and by T.R. Baker Insurance. This broadcast has been a production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.